Right, hey everyone, welcome
Hello.
to Thursday Night Z Talks, and got my guests already on the screen, not introducing them all one by one. So, firstly, just hello to everyone. Thank you for tuning in, whether you're watching live or after the fact. Really appreciate it. And firstly, thanks to Elliot, Scott, Sam, and Pete for joining for episode 48. How are you guys doing tonight?
Doing good, yeah.
Well,
great.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, well, just very quickly, everyone's links is down below in the description box as well. So, Ellie's channel, IMO Reviews, Scott, the movie critic, Pete, PLAYTENDOGUY, and Sam's Instagram is down below. So, please go subscribe and follow Sam on Instagram as well.
Thank you very much, mate.
Welcome. You're welcome. And Sin's going to be a couple of minutes late as well. So, Sin will be also joining us for this hour. So, firstly and foremost, for anyone who doesn't know any of these guys, I don't know how by now, but if you don't know any of them, Elliot, do you want to plug your channel and tell everyone what IMO Reviews is about?
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, thanks for having us on the show. It's been a while. I'm looking forward to tonight's stream. It should be a good one. But so IMO Reviews, I'm probably starting to build up a bit of a reputation for being a bit of a grumpy git. Moaning about movies seems to be what I do most. But we occasionally find one that I actually really like, and we do try and stay positive when we can. We've been doing a few album reviews as well. We've been mixing it up a little bit like that. We have been thinking about doing watch-alongs, but they might be a little bit further along in the future before we get to that. So yeah, it's mostly movie themed, mostly negative, unfortunately, but yeah, you know how it goes. So yeah, absolutely. Please do hit the like button, hit the subscribe button for all the channels associated with the stream as well, please.
Yeah, absolutely. Ellie's got a fantastic channel, and I'm just hoping Hollywood Elliot is going to bring you along a good movie, because it's just been a string of bad ones.
Yeah, he's desperate. He's desperate.
Hanging in there.
Yeah. Because Elliot, I was going to say, we all know that Dial of Destiny is going to be your film of the year, isn't it?
Loved it. Couldn't get enough.
Well, I know, Pete, you've just recently seen Dial of Destiny, right?
Yeah, I did see it. It's not very good. It's just fine. It wasn't a disaster, but it was pretty close to it.
Yeah, I think there's been a lot of reception with that movie so far. Like, everyone's just been, it's all right, but nothing kind of blown up. And I think it's been bombing at the box office, if I'm not mistaken.
That's another one for Disney, isn't it? It seems to be bomb after bomb after bomb for them. They're just, this Elemental, the new one that's coming out this week, that didn't do very well in America. So yeah, they need to change their tack quite soon. Yeah, I think I heard that Indiana Jones opened with 60 million, which is that's not a good start at all. I've read somewhere that it opened in China to about 500,000. Oh,
Wow,
500,000. One for the history books.
Wow, and like China's like one of the biggest markets in the world, and like they helped some movies to beat over their budgets if like American England can't as well. So that's a bit of a shock, to be honest. Didn't know that. Wow. Okay, so yeah, very interesting. I mean, if any of you guys who's watching live right now has seen Indiana Jones Dial of Destiny, let us know in the comment section. Let us know what you thought of the movie. But yes, go subscribe to Elliot. Our link is down below in the description, as he's on his way to 500 subs. Are you not far off now, Elliot, right?
I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think I need 10 more. So if we have 10 wonderful people in the stream who want to hit that subscribe button and make a ginger man very happy, I would love you very much.
Well, we've got 13 people watching right now. So 13 people, there you go. It takes 10 of you guys.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. And next up, we've got a legend returning to the streams once again, and that is Scott. Scott, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good, thank you. Thank you for having us on, Mike. Really appreciate it.
You're welcome, mate. It's always a joy to have you on, and you've been definitely missed. It's been great seeing you come back on Pete's streams as well recently. So
definitely really enjoyed the one last night. That was hilarious. I loved
that was a lot of fun last night.
Especially Scott, your cover of Rebel Yell. I absolutely loved that.
Oh right, yeah. I enjoyed doing that, to be fair.
Well, that's the beauty of these streams. Tuning, you might see some Scott karaoke as well. You know, you never know what's going to happen.
That is true.
But Scott, for anyone who doesn't know you, do you want to just tell everyone a little bit about your channel, Scott the Movie Critic?
Yeah, sure. So I mostly do Friday night live streams. I have taken a little bit of a break from YouTube recently as it's gotten a bit much, but I will come back in the next couple of weeks. Thankfully, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to coming back. To be fair, I miss the streams quite a lot, and I do normally do pickups videos as well and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to doing those again as well.
Awesome, mate. Well, we all look forward to seeing you back on Friday live streams as well. And in the meantime, definitely go follow Scott so you can be notified when he is going to be doing those streams. And if you also follow him on Instagram and Facebook, he's been doing short videos when he's been watching movies, his like little mini reviews as well. So I've been enjoying those.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate that.
Yeah. And you've just been starting to watch Harry Potter for the first time, right?
I have, yeah. Watched the first three. Really enjoyed them. Think they're absolutely incredible films. Loved them.
And which one's been your favourite out of the three so far that you've seen?
Prisoner of Azkaban's been my favourite. That's a really fun film. I
Great
really
film.
enjoyed that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say personally that one's my probably favourite out of the 8 of them.
Same here.
Same for you, Pete, as well. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I was going to say, Mike, great director behind that as well, who did what was it, Roma and the film Children of Men as well.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
that's right.
Yeah, quite a departure his next film from Prisoner of Azkaban to Children of Men.
Yeah, definitely. I still need to get that on Blu-ray.
Yeah, I've been wanting to see that one. I know a lot about it, but I've not seen that one though. But I've heard good things about it.
You need Care Bears on afterwards, something to cheer you up. Oh dear.
Yeah, it's quite a dark film.
Yeah, I've heard. I'll put SpongeBob on or something afterwards. That'll be alright.
That's a good idea.
That's what I used to do when I was a little bit younger and got scared of like a horror movie. I'd put SpongeBob on, then I'd be okay at going to bed. But yeah, definitely. Regardless, though, please go subscribe over to Scott. Great channel and fantastic guy as well. So thanks for joining, Scott.
No worries, Mike. Thank you for having us on.
You're welcome. And then next is a guy who did a live stream last night, and that is Pete at PlayTendo. So how you doing, Pete?
I'm doing well, Mike. Thanks ever so much for the invite. Again, it's always a joy to get an invite to join your streams. Always a lot of fun and a fantastic range of guests you get on all the time.
Oh, thanks, man. And it's always great to have you on. And for anyone who doesn't know, Pete does live streams every Wednesday at 7:30 starting in UK time. Pete, do you want to tell everyone about what else you cover on your channel and who you got on next week for your stream?
Yeah, I do like buy loads of films, put them on the shelf, watch them within the next decade or two. They keep sealed, but they do make very entertaining videos. I also started to do movie reviews as well. They're been quite enjoyable and been very well received, so I might do a few more of them. And also do the Wednesday night live streams. Next week we've got Dalboy joining us, so it'll be the first time he's on the channel, and it'll be great to chat to him because he's been such a great supporter of the channel and the comments every week. So looking forward to that one, and might be doing a stream tomorrow night or Saturday night, depending on how things go.
Oh wow, that'll be awesome. Yeah, I know sometimes you do like the odd Friday night, Saturday night random live stream, so that'll be cool.
Yeah.
And I see Del Boy in the comment section all the time when you stream, so that'd be cool to see him camera for the first
it'd be
time.
nice to finally meet him.
Yeah, great guy he is.
He is, yeah.
So yeah, you can catch Pete streams every Wednesday. Usually has Mike Cinema Axeman and Andy Forgotten All the Movies co-host along with Scott as well when Scott is on streams. So definitely check that out. And finally, a guy who has not got YouTube but does have Instagram, that is Sam. So how you doing, Sam?
I'm not too bad, mate. Yes. So yeah, I'll say I've just got my Instagram just for now. And you know, I do like obviously that I've been covering all the Wes Anderson films on there. And I must admit, I'm a bit nervous to load my review of Asteroid City on there because I know that's been getting a lot of love, but I think about my thoughts on that film is elsewhere, unfortunately. And I was going to say, yeah, and I'm doing like my vinyl pickups and my Blu-ray purchases as well. So I'm hoping to maybe push the boat and maybe try and, like get a YouTube channel at some point. But it's just a blessing to still be part of this wonderful film community, and you know, it's absolute joy. Can't be thankful enough, really, man.
Yeah, man, and I got introduced to you through Pete as well. So thanks to Pete, I got to meet yourself,
Thanks,
and then I got to meet you in person
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago as well, which was awesome. So
Yeah.
Oh wow.
that was fun.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I will just say, Mike, I have Pete and Scott already know this, and I will just quickly say, mate, beg your pardon, it was fantastic meeting you a couple of weeks ago when we saw The Flash. That was great to meet you. The Flash wasn't particularly great, but it was still great to meet you, of course. So yeah, fantastic, and we'll definitely meet up again for sure. And I have hopefully next month, me and John Mondo Chelovic Movies are going to be doing our music live stream over on his channel next month. So I'm really excited to do that because me and John, obviously, yeah, because John lives obviously near Newcastle as well. So I met him up on Tuesday, and we're just mapping out the music live stream we're planning on doing as well.
Yeah,
looking forward to that.
Yeah, thank you, Scott.
That'd be really good.
Thank you, Pete. I'll just quickly say, Mike, like, because I think you're sort of diving into like sort of oh, hello.
Hey.
Hey,
How are you
Sam.
doing?
I didn't know. I
Good
didn't
to see
expect
ya.
him to pop me in right now.
bringing you onto the stream.
I was just listening to what was going on.
Well,
How is everybody?
how you doing?
Doing good. Just got back from Sound of Freedom, so that was
Oh.
an experience. That was actually a
Nice.
really good film. I
Yeah.
advise everybody to watch it if you can. It's a very important subject matter. It's about child trafficking.
Okay.
Based on a true story of a guy who made it his mission in life to try to take down as many of those creeps as he could. Excuse me, and choked up as he could. So
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, I think I just seen my friend Dave from Temp Stars reviewed on his channel. Is it Jim Caviezel?
Jim
Is that the
Caviezel,
name?
yeah, and some other people, some people from Mexico that I recognized. But it's just it was
Okay.
it was the narrative was done in a very interesting and compelling way. I think the overarching storyline of the two children that he rescued might have been fictionalized, but what he really did, what he really does, like the sting operations that he set up, that was true. And it was really well done. I highly recommend it.
Okay.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah.
What was the title again? Sorry.
It's called Sound of Freedom.
Okay, I'll
And,
look out for it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me
Jim
too.
Yeah, I'll give
Caviezel
that one a
plays
watch,
Tim
yeah.
Ballard, who has basically he worked for Homeland Security maybe, and his job was to go after bad people that like to hurt
Yeah.
little kids. I'm trying to keep my words proper. And so he made it his life's mission to do that, and yeah, so they made a movie about what he did. It was good. So yeah, heavy material to be jumping into a lively live stream, and I was just watching this really sad stuff. Yeah.
Well,
But sorry,
yeah.
go ahead.
Sorry, Sin. I was
it's okay.
just saying, just about to say to Mike, because I think Mike is just diving into like Korean cinema. And Mike, I've got a recommendation. I watched this today, and it was absolutely brilliant.
Oh yes,
I've heard good
Yes.
things.
that's a good
That-
movie.
Good.
Yep.
Was incredible, Mike. But I will say, Mike, be warned, it is one of the most violent movies I've ever seen. Like, some of the scenes was just, it left me shock and awe. So, and it's only $7.99 in HMV, mate, new and sealed. It's worth every penny, mate. Same to you and Pete, Scott. Get on it for $7.99. Brilliant.
Yeah, I do want to get that, to be fair.
Yeah, I do want to pick it up. Yeah.
It very much reminded me, folks, that sort of revenge, sort of suspense where you can't see, like the killer coming, like basically like in Dead Man's Shoes, where you just don't know when the killer is just going to appear. So it kind of had that sort of suspense to it. And just quickly, Pete, a couple more. If you're looking for more recommendations, that is brilliant as well. Decision to Leave.
I've heard
Yeah.
that's
Decision
great,
to Leave is a great film. I do like that one.
Fantastic. Have you seen that, Elliot?
I have. I won't say too much, but that's one of the most memorable and disturbing endings I've seen in a long time. Yeah.
Me too.
Wow.
I really liked it though. It's quite a subtle film. It wasn't what I was expecting, but yeah, it did a really good job on me.
It was one of my favourite films of last year, actually, and it's from
Park Chan-wook, wasn't it?
Yeah, who did what was it? The film Old Boy. Have you seen that, Mike?
No, I missed out on it when it was at the cinema because it only had like a short run, I think.
Old Boy came out 2003, mate.
Oh, I thought you were about Decision to Leave. Sorry.
Oh no, sorry, Decision to Leave. Yeah, that came out last year.
Yeah. But but I Saw the Devil is like on my list. Like it's like me and my partner when we do like a movie night. I recommended that the other night, but we actually watched Woman in Black last night, the Daniel Radcliffe one.
Oh, that's good. I like that film.
Yeah,
controversially, I wasn't a fan of that one.
Yeah, me either.
I thought it was okay.
I would probably, Pete, just put it on a par with the ITV sort of. I think it was like it was kind of like the mini series or somewhat. I don't know, but it was so weird how they decided to air that on Christmas Eve of 1989, and it's like, really, on Christmas Eve, why didn't you just air this on like Halloween time?
Years ago, they actually used to do ghost stories on Christmas Eve on BBC. That was a traditional thing, so that's probably why they done it.
Yeah, because BFI did what was it, that Christmas, the ghost stories for Christmas, which I will pick up obviously nearer the time, but so this is really good as well, mate. I'll just show this one. The Killer. That is another.
Cine Asia, isn't it?
Yeah, it's it was about $12.99. I have to thank Bumpers Movies for showcasing that. And that if you love John Wick, Mike, which I know you do, you would love that. The action in it is fantastic.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, cool! I like the I like the John Wick movies. The fourth one, like the action was great in like certain scenes, but like the believability factor was like it was gone at that point. So I'm hoping that one's a bit more grounded from what you said.
Definitely. I mean, I personally love John Wick 4. It's my favourite of the series, but I know there's a couple detractors. I have seen with that film, but Mike, maybe on a rewatch you might enjoy it a lot more. Who knows?
Yeah, mate, I'll definitely rewatch it at some point. I know it's released like a really nice steel book as well, so I want to pick it up when it goes probably cheaper.
Yeah,
we'll not get Sin started on John Wick 4 though. Otherwise, we're going to be here like a full John Wick tonight.
Just one more
John Wick all night, to be honest. So
and just similar sort of vein to John Wick, and I know Pete has seen this.
The Villainess, quality film.
That's a really good film. I've got to thank Mike Cinema Axeman for showcasing that, and I bought it on Mike's recommendation, and I loved that as well. So there's a few Korean cinema recommendations for you, Mike.
Oh, thanks, mate. Definitely, I Saw the Devil and Decision to Leave is like top of my list. I definitely want to check those two out at least.
They're the two best ones I've shown just there. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Decision. Okay, sorry, I'm adding some of these to my letterbox.
No, go for it, Sin. Sorry, what you're saying.
I forgot what was the one right before the Villainess. What was that one?
The Killer.
Decision to Leave.
The Killer.
The Killer.
The Killer. Okay.
Yeah.
The Killer. Have you guys seen Kill Boksoon? I have The Killer in my letterbox. Right? Have you guys seen Kill Boksoon? It's on Netflix.
No,
I haven't heard of it.
It's came out I think in March. It's a little new-ish, but it's pretty good. She's a hit woman, and
okay.
Yeah, she's pretty kick-ass, and it's really good. Typical Korean cinema, South Korean cinema. So I got a review that's going to be coming out for that at some point whenever I get it edited.
I'll be on the lookout for the reviews in. Definitely intrigued. Never heard of that one though.
Yeah, I hadn't either until a few weeks ago. So
I get you.
Glad to take the time to watch it. It was good.
No, that sounds awesome. But yeah, I just also want to thank Sin for being here as well tonight. Sin's channel.
Yeah,
Thanks for
definitely.
having me.
In the description. Hey, you're welcome. And of course, Sam's Instagram as well. I've got a couple of, we're massive behind the comments, but a couple of recent ones. True Action saying just thanks C-Man and everyone for that matter for making these streams so fun.
Hello.
Lovely
Hello,
people.
True.
Thanks, True
Hey,
Action. My brother Joe says, Sammy lad, the new host of Z Talks. What a lovely lad he is.
just warming up, mate.
No, he's a great guy. And also, what Sin was saying, cinematic tendencies in the house, saying, I also recommend Sound of Freedom. Try to catch it in theaters.
Okay.
Yes, I agree. They even have a little, Jim Caviezel had a little message about 2 minutes into the credits where he was talking about how they had actually made that film 5 years ago, but there were just like stumbling block after stumbling block after stumbling block to get it put onto the big screen because they don't have big money studio behind it. And so he put this little QR code up there. If you wanted to like donate, like buy a batch of tickets, they could give free tickets to people. So I'm thinking about doing that actually. Yeah.
That sounds good.
To encourage people to watch it.
Well,
has it got a UK release yet or not?
Oh, honestly, I don't know. I'm not sure. Sorry, I didn't check. I don't know. Maybe not because of how hard it was for them to just get it to come out onto the big screen here.
Right.
So
well,
maybe
speaking
eventually.
of that, Sin, add that comment. Jason actually commented a little bit earlier. He says here, Sound of Freedom is done by Angel Studios. They do a lot of Christian content. I believe it's like TV show The Chosen.
Yes, except, and they had a couple of trailers that played before the movie because I recognize Angel Studios. So this was sort of Christian content too because there were references to God and God's children and stuff like that. But it wasn't something that it didn't feel like a Christian film in the typical sense of how the religious, sometimes it's just not done very well. But this didn't feel like that. So I feel like maybe Angel Studios can get that type of material out without it being kind of, sometimes faith-based movies just don't work too well. I don't know exactly why. Just when you see it, it's like, it's not working. but this one did a good job.
Yeah.
That sounds really interesting. I'm not sure if we'll get it in cinemas here. We might just put like straight digital to release possibly over here.
I don't know. I mean, it's a worldwide problem, so it would be good if it could make it to the cinemas there. Sorry, Elliot.
No, that's all right. I was just going to say, I very quickly Googled it while you were talking, and I couldn't see a UK release date. It wasn't jumping out at me. I mean, I could have looked through a few articles. There might have been one somewhere, but I Googled it, and it didn't exactly throw a date at me. So
it might not.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, maybe at least streaming whenever it gets to streaming.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Right. Definitely will check it out though, Sin, on your recommendation and cinematic tendencies as well.
It was done very well. The children who played in here, the two main children that the storyline was about, they were such good little actors. Oh my gosh. And there was a woman next to me who was like, I had my mom and dad with me, but there was this lady beside me and she started crying and she was like wiping her eyes, and I just reached over and patted her on the shoulder because there were certainly some moments where it just like they don't show anything gratuitous or graphic, but you know what's happening. You know what's going on with these poor kids, and so it's just really it's gross and it makes you feel just sick. And then scenes when kids are reunited with their loved ones, that just really just kills your heart. It's very touching.
So. Sounds like we all better get the tissues ready. If
have you. I mean, I'm glad I had one because I needed it a little bit.
Well, so that lady next to you as well. In the
she did.
It's all good. No, I'm definitely interested in it though. So great to hear about your experience. It sounds good. We've got the first comment of the night. It comes from Josh. He says, "Hey fellas," and of course, lady.
Hey, Josh.
He says, "Rewatch Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. It was okay. It was pretty fun and takes risks, but those risks are dumbed down in favor of usual Disney stuff." Yeah. So, hey, Josh, hope you're well. Has any of us watched Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness more than once?
No.
Yeah,
not more than
I have.
Yeah, but I've seen it 2 or 3 times.
Okay, Elliot, we'll go with you first. So, do you agree? Do you disagree here?
So funnily enough, I kind of had the opposite reaction to Josh. When I saw it in the cinema, I had a lot of fun with it. I didn't think it was perfect. I think I initially gave it an 8 out of 10, maybe a 9. I enjoyed quite a lot of it, but just couldn't quite give it the brilliant mark. And it was when I watched it at home, I realized how sort of safe they played it. It might also have been the fact that I had seen Everything Everywhere at that point on the second rewatch.
Yeah.
And I think it also, when you compare the two, it's like, oh, this one really played it incredibly safe here. So my score sort of went down to like maybe a 6 out of 10 in the end. So I sort of had the opposite reaction to Josh.
Yeah, I get you. I saw it a couple of times in the cinema, like only seen it at the cinema, not at home. And a bit like yourself, thought, it was a fun movie at first, and I thought, kind of nitpicks kind of came in really, but yeah, I get you. Scott, what about you?
I haven't seen it yet, unfortunately. I've seen the first one, really enjoyed it, but didn't get around to watching the sequel.
I get you, mate. No worries. Well, I look forward to your little mini review when you get to it.
Cheers, Mike.
Sam, what about you?
Yeah, I actually quite liked it, mate, to be honest with you. I mean, I much preferred it to Eternals. Don't ask me what I thought of that. I mean, yeah, and obviously Thor Love and Thunder, as we know, Pete, that can get in the bin as well.
That's why I got it on 4K.
So, yeah. Someone had to, I suppose, mate.
Yeah, got it with Morbius. Good double bill.
Yeah.
No.
Oh dear me. But no, I did really like Doctor Strange, The Multiverse Madness. I think it's one of those films for me, Mike. And similar to The Flash here, I liked the idea and the concept more than the execution. And I feel they were trying to put too many Easter eggs into one basket with that film. I think that the Illuminati was just such a wasted opportunity. I really think they could have fleshed out the characters more. And what they did with John Krasinski, I felt quite bad for John Krasinski in the film. Probably not a spoiler anymore, but coming back as, he's
Scott hasn't seen it yet, mate. So
sorry,
Scott. Yeah.
So bad.
Sorry to interrupt.
I'm so sorry, Scott. I totally forgot you hadn't seen it. I will say, I didn't say who John Krasinski played though. So I will say that, right? But I did feel for him in the film. But, anyways, yeah, I'll just leave it there, mate.
Okay.
Because end of the day, I don't want to be one of those spoiler people. Absolutely not. But yeah, the Illuminati I thought was a bit of a misfire in my opinion. But I did think the whole thing with the multiverse stuff was really cool, and you could tell it had Sam Raimi's name stamp attached to it because of it had some real Evil Dead sort of vibes like chucked in the blender there. So yeah, it was a good solid film, mate, but it was like a 7 out of 10. But I did prefer the idea and the concept more than the execution. And I think coming off the back of No Way Home, it was a bit of a step down in quality, but a good solid film. And I've got it on 4K and it looks excellent.
Oh, awesome, mate. No, we'll cool to hear your thoughts. I think we all kind of agree at the moment. Pete, what about you?
I've seen it about 2 or 3 times and I just think it's okay. It's very average, about 6 out of 10 movie. I remember watching it for the first time and being quite disappointed. On the second and third watch, I think it's quite an enjoyable film if you just go in and know what to expect. I think the biggest problem with it was all the anticipation and hype before the release, because they were expecting a No Way Home 2.0 with so many references and all stuff like that. Yeah. And it disappointed in that way. We did get a few little nods here and there, but they just feel like member berries more than anything. I think the best thing about the film was Elizabeth Olsen. And for a film titled Multiverse of Madness, there wasn't much multiverse or madness in it.
No, there was no songs by Madness, Pete. I was so disappointed.
I could have added to the film, Sam, but they've missed out, mate.
Probably would have made it better, to be honest, if anything.
And finally, Sin, how about yourself?
I've seen it only once on the big screen, and I gave it an okay review, but upon further reflection, it's like you guys said, it's just, or most of you guys, it's okay. It's not the worst thing ever, but it does really feel like Marvel is kind of notched way down from its heyday, unfortunately. So, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they kind of bounce back with and like the future projects, because I know Secret Invasion's on at the moment. Then I think they've got the Marvels coming up later on in the year.
As I've said, I can't wait not to watch that movie.
The Marvels, that's the one that looks like Charlie Angels in space, it does.
Gosh, no, thank you. No, thank you. I will not.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to probably give that one a miss, although I'm a Marvel fan, I'm probably going to miss it. Doesn't feel to me, but if I hear it's getting good reviews, I'll go check it out. But
we say we're all going to miss it or skip it, but we'll all end up watching it.
Oh, no, not me. I absolutely will not. I will not. I refuse.
I'll be there opening night.
Oh, my gosh. Bless you. You poor thing.
But sin would be like the John Wick when you got talking about John Wick. You went to go see that. So
yeah, I learned my lesson. Like, I learned my lesson. Whoever talked me into that, it was this stream I was on too. The drive home from seeing it, I was just complaining the whole way home. I was like, shouldn't have done it.
What didn't you like about? Sorry, Mike.
No, go on.
It was too. So I did a long ranty review about it, and get me fired up enough, I won't shut up. It was just too over the top. I just couldn't. So like I did a review for Extraction 2, and basically I made the point in my review for Extraction 2 that that's the type of movie John Wick should have been. That movie is based more in reality, and so I can suspend my disbelief about some things a little bit more than with John Wick. After he falls off a building like 2 or 3 times, I can only just take it so much. And I was just like, I'm done with this movie. I can't. Oh, there's more action and shooting. Okay, well, just I'll pick back up with the movie when that scene is done, because the action was boring, as opposed to the action in Extraction, where I was just like, and I need to pause it to take a breath. So John, I know, and I love Keanu. I hate to talk smack about stuff that he's involved in, because he's such a wonderful person, but I'm just so salty about that movie. Sorry. Don't want to rain on your parade. I'm glad you like it. I really am.
Thank you, Sin. No, Sin. Of course, I respect your opinion. Like with anyone, I would, of course, respect, someone's opinion, of course. End of the day, we all like different things. We've got different opinions. But it is interesting, sometimes a film or a TV show can get all this buzz and all this hype, and then it doesn't quite live up to it. I can sort of relate here, Sin, because I've been watching Ozark. Before I went into Ozark, people were saying it's incredible. It's one of the best TV shows ever. And I can't lie, Sin, I've been pretty bored for the most part of it.
How many seasons have you watched? I've only seen like 1 season, so I'm way behind.
I finished season 3 back in March.
You're way ahead of me.
And I haven't got to the final season yet because I've just been that bored.
It's not fast paced for sure.
Yeah, it's got nothing on Breaking Bad for me. Absolutely not. Yeah.
Okay, I haven't seen Breaking Bad, but I know I get
amazing, Sin. Yeah,
I've only seen the first couple of seasons of it, and then just kind of stopped.
Yeah, I was never interested.
I was going to say, Pete, same as you, the first 2 seasons are very middle of the road, but season 3 and onwards, mate, oh my God, it is phenomenal. So I would preserve if I was you.
Yeah, I'll have to rewatch it. It's been a while since I watched it.
I may have to go back, start all over from the beginning
Yeah.
now.
Have you watched Breaking Bad, Mike?
No, mate, it's on the list to watch.
Yeah.
I tell you what did start today. I've only watched the first episode, but The Bear. It's on Disney+.
Oh yeah, the chef one.
The chef one, yeah. The first episode was all right.
Where'd he go?
Must have been that good.
He's back.
I disappeared.
Yeah, you disappeared. You were gone.
Yeah, I don't know. It just kicked me out, and I'm back in now.
Pete was like, the bear, I'm not talking about that shy.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry. I watched them today. I watched the full Monty TV series. Finally watched that. I'm like, what the heck is this?
I think that's got quite good reviews off the feed.
I don't know what to make of it. It is so ludicrous. They're hunting around for a pigeon half the time. They got Les Battersby from Coronation Street hunting a pigeon.
Yeah.
Sounds bad.
I've got to say, Pete, that is such a weird decision that they made a TV show out of that, like 25 years after the film. Such a weird decision, man. But
they get into so many different scrapes. There's a bit in like a job centre, and oh my days, it's hilarious. But it's like, what is this? What am I watching?
Yeah,
it is so bad yet kind of entertaining at the same time.
Yeah, I'm a bit torn because like I watched the movie again recently and I enjoyed it, and then like I know Andy on your stream, Pete, was like he really enjoyed it, and then you've come on and feel like terrible. So I'm kind of like, do I watch it? Do I not? Kind of torn, but not too sure.
Oh, give it a go. There is some funny moments in it, but don't go in expecting them to do another full Monty because it's a full Monty show without no full Monty. Bit like Willow, a Willow show without no Willow. Disney's got a thing about that, like Mandalorian without no Mandalorian.
Yeah, they like their own things, don't they?
Yeah, Mandalorian with Boba Fett in, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit of a strange one, but firstly, thank you for the question, though, Josh. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
And, we've got Joe saying, evening, Mike and guests. Hope you have a great stream. So, hey, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Who's the better actor, Leonardo DiCaprio or Denzel Washington?
Oh,
that's a
question.
That's not a fair question.
Oh, that's a hard one.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to have to go Leonardo DiCaprio simply because I've seen more of his movies than Denzel's. And I think if I think of Leonardo, I can name a lot of movies top of my head with Denzel. Not as many. But maybe that would change if I watched all the filmographies. But that's my answer. Elliot, what about you?
Oh, it's a real tough one. It's splitting hairs, but I would go with Denzel. Training Day, I think, is one of the greatest performances ever.
Yeah,
I haven't actually seen Fences, but there's that famous scene from Fences where he's talking to his son, and that scene alone, I'm like, damn, that's some good acting, Denzel. You're pretty good at this, aren't you? So, yeah, I mean, Leo's pretty damn good as well, though. I think The Departed, he's outstanding in that. So. It's splitting hairs, but I'm going to go for DW.
That's fair, mate. That's fair. I haven't seen Fences either, though, Elliot, so still want to see that one.
Yeah, that one scene looks great.
Yeah, man. No, I've heard, and I've not seen Training Day either. I know you recently collabed with Sarah from Popcorn Chat on that one.
Oh, it's a personal favourite of mine. Yeah, definitely check that one out.
Yeah, I know it's got like a 4K release recently, so definitely want to check that out.
Yeah.
Scott, how about yourself?
This is a really tough question, to be fair. Both absolutely incredible actors, but I think a long time ago I probably would have said Leonardo DiCaprio, but because I've seen a lot more of these films recently, I'm probably going to go with Denzel Washington, to be fair. He's been in some absolutely incredible films, Training Day being probably my favourite of his. Man on Fire is excellent as well. He gives an excellent performance in that one.
Yes,
there's a really underrated film he was in from the early 2000s called John Q. That's an amazing thriller, that one. I really enjoyed that, and he's absolutely incredible in that one. So yeah, it's got to be Denzel Washington for me.
Is John Q the one where he holds up the hospital?
Yes, that's the one. Yeah.
I like that film. Yeah, that's a good movie.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Definitely.
No, good pick, me. I love Man on Fire as well. That's a fantastic movie.
Yeah, definitely.
Pete?
I'm going to have to say Denzel as well. He's such a fantastic actor. Every time he's on the screen, he just steals every scene he's in. His performances are always fantastic, from stuff like Glory, stuff even like The Magnificent Seven and the Equalizer films. But Training Day, he is incredible in that. His performance near the end and throughout it all. He's such an evil bugger in that film, but so enjoyable to watch. But he's really good in a couple of like films like the Taking a Pelham 1, 2, 3, the remake of that, and Crimson Tide as well with Gene Hackman as well. That's a
Oh
really good
yes,
one with
that's
him.
an
amazing.
excellent movie. Yes.
I forgot about that one. That's really good.
Yeah, I've yet to see Crimson Tide. I know a little while ago, Black Cat Media and Rashad, they did like a collaboration, so I found out about that movie. Everyone
Yeah,
loved that one.
there's another good one, a Tony Scott one from the mid-2000s called Deja Vu. That's
Yes.
another good one as
Also
well.
that.
That's good.
Yes.
Yeah, good film.
It's my favorite Denzel movie. I love that movie
Oh, wow.
so much. Yeah.
Oh, I love that film. And Val Kilmer's in it as well.
Yes. And Jim Caviezel. Speaking of.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, he's the baddie in there.
Wow. Okay. Well, hey, good pick. I think everyone's team Denzel. I think at the moment. Sin, I'm guessing Denzel.
I would absolutely go with Denzel. I've kind of warmed to Leonardo over the years, but they're both really good actors. But I would pick Denzel just because, like we already heard, splitting hairs. I just personally like Denzel as a human a little bit more than Leo. I don't know. He just seems so much more grounded in reality than a lot of, celebrities that get out there and they like to preach to you about how you should live your life. And Denzel's just like speaking facts and reality and basic common sense. And I love him for that. He's really, really good. Also in American Gangster, if you guys haven't seen that. He actually played a bad person in there. I hate to see him play a baddie because I love him so much. But he did a really good job in both of those movies. Training Day, he was downright scary.
Yeah.
So Mike, you should get on that. Just he really breaks like his typical pattern of the type of person he often plays, which is generally a good guy most of the time. He was also good in Out of Time, which he plays like this. He played with the same girl he played with in Training Day, Eva Mendes.
Oh
Yeah. He plays this cop who kind of gets into some trouble. He's not really a bad cop, but he's done some things he shouldn't have, and he's trying to fix the situation. And that's a really good, solid film from him. So I would pick Denzel.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I do love Denzel and the movies I've seen him in. I love his movies. I've just seen more Leo ones than him. So
Yeah, sure.
Kind of can't go in, but that's fair. Definitely want to check out Deja Vu as well. That's on my list.
Love that.
It's a fun film. That one.
Very fun. Maybe not his top quality film, but it's my personal favorite just because it was so enjoyable. And
he was in the final Tony Scott film as well, Unstoppable, with Chris Pine. The one about the
train. Yes,
yeah.
He was in that. Yeah.
That was quite good as well.
Yeah, it was a good film.
Yeah, I don't think Denzel can do a bad movie, to be honest.
No, he can't. Has he?
No.
I mean, he may have been in some films that aren't great, but Denzel himself, has he ever turned in a bad performance? I don't think so.
No. I've seen Safe House that he's in with Ryan Reynolds. That was all right.
Yeah.
He's good in that. Sam, is it a clean sweep basically for Denzel with yourself?
It is a tough question, mate, because they are both amazing actors. I think because it is a tough question. Great question. I mean, Leo's been in one of my favourite films of all time, which is Wolf of Wall Street. Can't forget Margot Robbie's in there in that one as well. But I think I probably would, by smudge. I think I'm going to have to go with Denzel as well. I think because I think Denzel's just one of those actors where he could put on a really serious performance, but he can be in a really fun action movie like The Equalizer, which is great. And yeah, I've been meaning to check out Safe House and Flight. And Deja Vu, I really did enjoy. That was a really underrated film. Controversially, Mike, I did watch Man of Fire last week. I liked the movie, but I didn't love it. And it wasn't because of the film or the story itself. I was saying this to Pete and Scott last night. It was just because of 80% of the film. There was just this sort of horrible strobe lightning effect throughout the film, which really made my eyes sore after it. I don't know if you've got that as well, Mike.
It's very
been a while.
2003.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
camera
it's,
work
it's
was
those
certainly.
early 2000s
Yeah.
sort of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. I've not seen it in a while, Sam, so I can't comment too much on that.
It's a good movie. I liked it, but it's probably a one-time watch for me just because it had this the strobe lightning effect, and it was just again, it was very cutty and choppy with the editing as well. But it is a good film. Very good film. I'm trying to think what my favorite Denzel film is. I think I'd easily go Philadelphia. Actually, definitely that's my favorite.
Very good one. Yes.
Yeah, I think that'd be my favorite film with Denzel in, and Tom Hanks in as well. That's a bonus.
Mm.
Yeah, I love
He's
Tom
done
Hanks.
some absolute bangers, hasn't he? Denzel Washington. He's got
Yeah.
films.
Was he in A View to Kill? Not, pardon me, A Time to Kill as well,
I
Scott.
was going to say if he was in a Bond film. Well, where was he? I'd love to see him in a Bond film.
I think you're thinking Samuel L. Jackson. Was
Yeah.
it
Oh, was he in that one?
John
Yeah,
Grisham,
yeah.
Grisham novel?
Yeah.
Based on- they made a movie out of it.
The Pelican Brief, was that
The
Denzel?
Pelican Brief.
That
That
was,
was
yeah.
Denzel. Denzel and Julia
Yeah.
Roberts.
I've been meaning to check that out. Sin, that's meant to be really good.
It was decent. I've only seen it once. I had read the book it was based on, and then I watched the movie and only watched it once. But I think I wouldn't mind a rewatch.
Yeah.
I need to watch that, to be fair.
And you've got, what is it, Scott, the guy from Home Alone?
Which film's this, sorry?
The Pelican Brief, John from Home Alone.
Can't remember his name, to be honest.
Yeah, the dad from Home Alone. Anyway, he's in the Pelican Brief as well.
Awesome.
Have any of you guys seen that? It was from a couple of years ago. Let me just get the title.
John Hurd. That was who I was thinking of.
Roman J. Israel Esquire.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
no.
it was.
I haven't seen it.
that.
No.
No.
Quite
Aware of it.
Yeah, he's good in that as well.
Mm.
Yeah, but I think as it is though, it's just you can't do no wrong, Denzel. I think at this point. So
yeah.
But thank you for the question, though, Joe. Got True Action saying, "Hello, you sexy sausages."
Hey.
Hello, Dales.
He says, "What a wonderful lineup of beautiful people. People still, sorry, Pete still supping
on his cup.
Supping? I see. I don't think I've seen Pete take a drink tonight, to be honest. But I might be wrong.
Oh yeah.
There you go. Well, thank you, True Action, for tuning in. He says, "What's your favorite Gaspin?" What?
Oh,
that's a good question.
I think I've had this question before. I've never seen any of his movies that I'm out.
He's
Elliot?
done some messed up films.
Never seen any of his work, I'm afraid.
He did Irreversible.
Yeah.
Oh, I've heard of that. Yeah.
That's the only one I think I recognize. But I didn't watch that all the way.
That's probably one I nearly turned off. Oh, that is a tough watch.
I wish I'd have turned it off.
Didn't you say you watched it with your dad or something, Scott?
Oh.
I did, yeah. I did.
Oh.
What?
Not a good idea.
Wow.
What did your dad think of the film?
I think he liked it.
Oh wow! Is it a movie Scott? Is it a movie Scott not to watch with your parents? I'm gathering from this conversation.
Yes, it's definitely a movie that you probably shouldn't watch with your parents.
Right.
Same goes to Society and Pink Flamingos.
Indeed.
Society. Oh, what an ending! Wow.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Great film.
But my favourite film of his is probably Climax. I think he's done that one. That's a really entertaining film. Also really fucked up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never heard of that one, mate. I've heard of Irreversible. I think that's about it, though. Sam, have you seen any of his works?
Yeah, I would like to. Well, I would definitely check out Irreversible at some point, but I am going to have the stomach to watch that movie because it is meant to be a really rough watch.
It is.
Yeah.
But the one I have seen is the same as what Scott said, Climax, and that was really good. It was very surreal at times. But I will say, Mike, the music in that film is amazing, and the dancing sequences and all that, the time and effort this director put into that, it's phenomenal. And all the the scope of it all with it's very acid trippy, and that is the way the film is shot is tremendous. Great movie, mate. Yeah.
I've heard mixed things about Irreversible, but I'll get to it.
Yeah,
fair enough.
But it was Mike. My choice actually was Climax. I'm yet to see Irreversible.
Get you.
Yeah.
Fair enough, mate. Yeah, well, at least it's good from what you and Scott have said anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Good movie, yeah.
Sin, have you seen any of his work?
I don't think so. I only recognize the name Irreversible, which I have only seen portions of. Haven't seen the whole thing.
Okay.
So, it was that scene. I wanted to check that scene out to see how awful was it really. But I don't think I've seen any of his stuff. So I can't comment on this.
No, fair enough. All good. Pete?
I've seen Irreversible, I've seen Climax. Irreversible, you need Care Bears afterwards. Actually, you need the whole season of Care Bears afterwards. Wasn't a greatest fan of that one, but Climax I really enjoyed it. As Sam said, the dancing in that, the choreograph is incredible. It's a very hypnotic film, and as the story plays out, there's really so many cool little lies and deceits. Everything is really good interwoven tale.
What's the story about? What's it about?
It's like a group of dancers. They all do this massive rehearsal, and somebody spikes the drink, and all the secrets and lies start to spill out, and it gets a bit ooh.
Okay.
But it's a really good film. I will say with Gaspar Noé, he does have a thing with lights. He flickering lights. So if you're very off-put with that, Irreversible was very much like it. I know there's another one called Lux Eterna, and apparently it's just flickering lights for the whole film.
These films can definitely give you a headache, to be fair.
Yeah, and with Irreversible, they have a sound going underneath, in the background, that actually makes you feel physically sick as well. It's like a mental sort of thing.
That sound is really annoying, to be fair.
And then there's a scene with a fire hydrant.
Oh yeah, that seems pretty rough and all. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he also did a film called Love, wasn't it? That film really was meant to be controversial. I heard.
I think from what I've heard, it's more or less a porno.
Yeah, I've not seen it.
Well, I may actually have to add that one to the list now. Oops.
Yeah.
Well, we know what Pete's doing after this stream tonight.
Yeah, but I was going to say, Mike, I think the Arrow sale has just dropped yesterday, so I would definitely Climax would be one I would definitely recommend. I think you can get it for $8.99 if it was in the sale. It's really good, and the sound mixing is incredible to add as well.
Yeah.
No, thanks for the recommendation, mate. I saw that Arrow sale's gone live, so I'll definitely check it out.
Yeah.
Thinking HMV and Zavvi as well has launched it, I think, so I'll check it out. We've got so thank you for the question to action.
Thank you, mate.
Jason, the Old Millennial. Hey, Jason. He says, "Is there a movie you saw in the theater you like bringing up in conversation because you felt like it was a historical event?" He adds, he says, "For me, I like talking about my experience watching Jurassic Park in the theater. It was one of those moments where I thought I'm seeing something that has never been done before." Oh wow!
Yeah.
I know that was a big monumental feat for a lot of people when it came out. But great question. I'm gonna go. Pete, do you want to go first?
I haven't been to cinema loads of times, and I haven't seen many monumental films at the time. But I'll probably say something like Spider-Man: No Way Home for me, because it was a film that got the whole crowd really excited and happy. And at the end, people clapped and everything. It seemed to be a bit of an event to see that. I've never been to a cinema screening quite like it.
Yeah, the audience's participation for that movie was massive.
Yeah.
I remember the couple of times I went, you'd get, like you said, people would be clapping or people would be cheering, with the reveals and stuff happen. So
yeah, so every time there was an Easter egg, there was someone going, "Oh wow, it's so and so." Literally, we had somebody commenting throughout the whole film saying, "Oh wow, it's them, wow." Thought it was Owen Wilson in the cinema for a sec.
Could it be? Who knows? But no, man, that's a good example though. Big event. Scott, how about yourself?
Similar to Pete, I haven't seen too many films at the cinema, but two films that definitely stood out for me were Avengers: Infinity War and Top Gun: Maverick. Just two massive films at the cinema when they came out, and really, really enjoyed them. They were fantastic experiences, and I think a lot of people seem to really enjoy those two films when they came out as well.
Yeah, two big, massive movies, especially Infinity War. Scott, I'm with you on that one. Led the reaction, especially the ending of that movie. Everyone was kind of gobsmacked, I think, by the ending.
Yeah, definitely. I do remember a lot of people turning up in the cinema after the ending of that. Yeah,
I think it's the first time Marvel kind of took a big risk, and everyone was kind of like what? They give us that ending.
Yeah, definitely, I agree.
Yeah, I can get that. Elliot, how about yourself?
You might be thinking it as Whiplash, but I didn't actually see that in the cinema. So one that feels like a historical event, the one that I will probably never, ever forget was seeing Return of the King at the cinema. Ooh. I wasn't actually, I kind of was old enough, but the whole 12A thing. So I had to go with my cousin's stepbrother, which is because he was the only one who really cared about Lord of the Rings and was old enough to take me. And I didn't know him very well. So it was a very awkward sort of night where you just sort of go, hi, how are you? Yeah. You just sort of stick together because that's who you're with. But once the film ended, we were like the best of friends. We were just total Lord of the Ring nerds going, oh, I love that bit. Oh, what about that bit? Oh, that bit was amazing. That's the one where I walked out thinking, yeah, that was a movie. That was a real movie. And that gave me everything I wanted. So that's the one that probably feels historical for me.
Yeah, fantastic movie as well. And just how big that kind of climax of that trilogy was.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely paid off.
I'm yet to see the extended editions, though. I really want to check them out, but I have to spend a lot of time out of my life to do it.
I've only seen the first Lord of the Rings film.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I need to see the other two.
I'm going to be controversial, Mag. I actually prefer the books. I seem to be outnumbered there, but at the books for me all the way.
No, that's fair enough, mate. A lot of people prefer books over movies.
Yeah, I do really like the films, though, but I think it's just because the books have got a lot more source material, in it, and there's just a lot more, going on. I do prefer the books, but the films are still really well revered, and I'm a big defender of Lord of the Rings, the animated version from 1978 from Ralph Bakshi, I think it was.
Yeah,
love that film.
That's awesome. I've never seen the animated one. That's the only one I've not seen. But
yeah,
it's fair, mate. It's each to their own.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely, mate. No, the films are very popular, but I think when there's a lot more of that thing, when there's a lot more, that's happened in a book, I tend to prefer it just because I get more out of it, in my opinion. But the films are still, really well made, very, very solid. And the animated movies, one of my favorite movies of all time.
That's awesome, mate. Awesome to hear. And one thing I will say is, Scott, after you finish your Harry Potter movies, go on to Lord of the Rings, mate. I want to hear your thoughts.
Well, definitely 100%.
Yeah.
Maybe you can skip the Hobbit ones. They're not so good.
Just watch the Hobbit cartoon. Watch the cartoon.
Or read the book for the Hobbit.
Yeah, the book.
Yeah,
exactly.
I agree with you, Pete. The book of The Hobbit's fantastic as well.
Well, Sin, what about you with a cinematic experience? Would you say?
Oh my gosh! Well, the first one that came to mind when I read this question was Top Gun Maverick. I mean, I just could not get over the excellency of that film and the way the cinematography just absolutely blew me away. And then the next one that came to mind is obviously my very favorite movie of all time, Terminator 2. That was one I saw in the theater, and I wasn't a big moviegoer back then, but I like took off work to go watch that movie. And I have never forgotten it, and I've loved it like crazy ever since. And then some others that were super, super, like we already heard, No Way Home. That was obviously an experience. For the Avengers movies, for me, Endgame was more impactful than Infinity War. I enjoyed that more. Infinity War, I liked it, but it kind of had the John Wick thing going for it. There was too much action. I needed more downtime and more time, just quiet time with the characters, and it would just felt like it was nonstop from the start. So that's why I like Endgame more. And then probably Wonder Woman. They did such a good job with that movie and that character. The 2017 movie. I just love that so much. I wish I could go back and rewatch it for the first time.
Yeah, I like the Wonder Woman movie as well from 2017. I thought it was a good movie.
I was like a little girl screaming inside, I swear. Especially when she showed up in Batman versus Superman, and she stops Doomsday's thing, and it showed her, and I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, I'm won over, Gal Gadot. You have convinced me. I love you. You are Wonder Woman.
I know, and it's just a shame on a side note that they might be getting rid of Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman.
I think they are, and I'm
very that's annoyed. A shame. She was brilliant in the Wonder Woman, the first one.
Good.
I love the first one.
Oh yeah, she was great. I'm still wishing we could have Zack Snyder back. I know he seems to be very controversial for some people, but oh my gosh, I loved his movies much more than the other ones that we've gotten lately. So that's just he has the style and a tone that I appreciate more, like the gritty, the dark, heavy sort of not super comedic and hilarious, like some of the lighthearted Marvel movies we've been getting lately. So.
Yeah.
Oh well.
No, I get you. No, I get you. Well, that's a great example, especially like seeing Terminator 2 originally when it came out as well.
Gosh, that was so much fun, you guys, and I had nobody to talk about it with. My brothers were too young, so I couldn't. Like, I knew my mom and dad wouldn't let me take them to go see it. So then, when the VHS came out, and they said I couldn't let them watch it, but I did, and then they got mad at me. Because I let my little kids. So then I tried to edit it and take out the really R-rated stuff, like the spike through the head. I cleaned it up for them as well as I could, but oh well.
No, it's an awesome experience though. That's a story to tell.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Sam, how about yourself?
Yeah, there's a few for me, mate. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's okay, Sin. I was going to say that there are a few great examples, mate. Like I could go with Star Wars: The Force Awakens because obviously, that was Star Wars. Its first time back on the big screen in 10 years. I mean, I remembered obviously being based in West Yorkshire at the time. We're in this abysmal traffic, like going from college to meet my dad at the View Cinema in Halifax to go and see The Force Awakens sold out screening. And I could go with Skyfall because Skyfall was the film that opened up the View Cinema in Halifax in 2012, and the atmosphere in that screening, Mike, was just amazing. It was truly and I wasn't a huge James Bond at the time, but that was kind of what won me over. So that was class. I could go with, say, some like 2001: A Space Odyssey. Seeing that at Tyneside Cinema last year was unbelievable. But No Way Home, that was such a special moment, seeing that with, again, sold that screening, and it was just a great atmosphere with the interreactions and that. The one I'm probably the most historical for me though, Mike, and I think because it's one of those films I had the least, I was sort of going in with so low expectations going into it, because I just didn't like the look of it from the poster or the trailer. And obviously, you know, I was a bit of a naive sort of 13-year-old kid back then. But it was Rise of the Planet of the Apes. I remember me and my brother went to Cineworld in Bradford. It was like a near sold-out screening, and that film just took my breath away. And again, it was one of the most surprising movies I've ever seen, to be honest. A film that I had little to no interest in, and it just, yeah, it sort of, and 10 or so years later, what do you know, Planet of the Apes is actually one of my favourite franchises now, so there's that.
Oh, that's awesome. Rise of the Planet of the Apes, great movie.
Yeah, fantastic. Have you seen the original, Mike, with Charlton Heston?
No, I'm not. I've just seen like the new trilogy that they made. That's it.
Yeah. The original's probably my favourite, and I only watched the original films for the first time back in January, but the original's probably my favourite now, and then, yeah, I probably would go, and then I probably would go the newer trilogy afterwards, definitely, if I was to, like, rank them there.
Oh, that's awesome, name it. Yeah, I've heard great things about the original Planet of the Apes movies. I just have yet to get to them. Yeah,
Pete's a big fan of it as well, I think.
Yeah, that's a great franchise. Just don't bother with the Tim Burton one from the early 2000s.
Yeah, I won't touch that film like a barge pole, mate.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Well, some great answers and great question from Jason.
Thank you, mate.
If I was to pick one, probably one that kind of changed my life with movies is probably Batman Begins.
Yeah.
Well, I remember seeing that originally when it came out. I think, was it 2005?
Yes. Yeah.
2005, yes.
Yeah, so I remember when I saw that movie, I fell asleep originally. I mean, I was very young at the time. And then, like, years later, I watched it, and I was like, wow, like, what is this movie? Like, it's incredible. So that really changed my perspective on where I see movies in general. And then, I think 2 years ago, they released it in cinemas, like after the pandemic. And I got to see it on the big screen. I didn't fall asleep that time, and I loved it. Easy 5 out of 5 star movie for me, Batman Begins. So
yeah,
it's
great movie.
Yeah, my hot take is better than The Dark Knight.
I would agree with you.
I'm gonna have to go with The Dark Knight because it is my top 5 films of all time, Mike. But I still love Batman Begins, and even The Dark Knight Rises. I'm a big defender of that movie. I don't think it's Pete's cup of tea, that movie. And a lot of people
not the biggest fan of it. You got your big hulking Tom Hardy there, and he's got his Batman, and then his gimp mask on. It's just like, yeah, I can't do this.
So, I was going to say, Pete, there's a lot of people that don't like that movie anyway, but I've got a soft spot for it. But yeah, just to quickly say, Mike, as well, I actually watched Batman Forever for the first time in 14 years, and it's not a great movie, mate, but do you know what? It is a hell of a fun time.
I've yet to see it, mate. I'm looking forward to it, though.
It's a fun film, that's for sure.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard things, and I've yet to see the infamous Batman and Robin as well, so I'm looking forward to that.
That's an interesting one.
If you want to laugh or cringe, yeah.
I'm probably going to need a few beers watching that film, though, Mike.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, mate.
Yeah.
But no, it's awesome. But thank you for the question, Jason.
Thank you, Jason.
To add to Gaspar Noir, Josh adds here, Gaspar Noir is a little freak of nature, all right? Love climax, but his worst has to be love, just a self-indulgent mess. Gaspar gets one of his characters to say Gaspar is the best.
Okay.
Wow, okay.
All right.
It's a bit of a weird one, but all right. Yeah. I've got the viewer Drew saying, hey, everyone. So, hey, Drew.
Hello, mate.
The legend Cinematic Tendency saying, hey there. So, hey, Cinematic. Well,
hello, mate.
True Action says, what's your favourite Wilson Pickett song?
What? Wilson Pickett.
I don't know who this is.
I don't even know this person. Who
I
is
can't
this?
remember the
Wilson Pickett? It sounds like somebody who works in the local
song.
supermarket.
I've heard it. Oh, what's the song? I've forgotten.
Oh,
He was
he's
an
an American
R&B
singer.
singer.
Oh,
He is,
I
yeah.
need to
Okay.
look at his song.
Does
Oh
anyone know
wow, he
his
sung
song?
Mustang Sally. Yeah, Mustang
Ah,
Sally. I've
Oh,
heard
I
of
know
that
that
one,
one.
so I'll say that.
I know
yeah,
that.
same.
Wow.
Same.
Yeah, I think that's the
Wow.
one I know. Wilson Pickett. Ain't heard that in a while.
No news to me.
I completely forgot about
Wow.
him, to be fair.
I don't know where you get these from, True Action Star. I thought you made it up for a second.
Daniel O'Donnell.
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
my
no.
granddad used to be a fan of him, to be fair.
Wasn't it on your stream, Mike? We had like a half an hour discussion about Daniel O'Donnell.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got all of his albums as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, signed posters and everything. Not really, or have I?
Oh man, I don't know where True Action gets these from, so thank you for tuning in, True Action, regardless.
Thank you, Dales.
Yeah.
Got Jackson in the house saying, hey Jackson, hope you're well.
Hello, Jackson.
Hey, Jackson.
But look forward to come back
Hello.
on. Yeah, well, thanks for joining, Jackson. Appreciate it. Cinematic says, anyone watching Insidious: The Red Door?
Yes. I'm going this evening.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
I did a mystery movie Monday at Regal, and I thought, like a couple weeks back, and I thought it was going to be Insidious: The Red Door, and it was theater camp. I was so wrong. But in preparation, I watched all 4 Insidious movies, like basically back to back, and so then it ended up not being Insidious. So I'm like, well, I may as well go see it now. I've seen all the others, so I'm gonna go watch it today.
Oh, awesome. Well, I can't wait to see your review because I want to rewatch them all before I see
I
the
hope
new
it's
one as
good.
well.
I'm of the mindset that movies 3 and 4 were my favorites. So,
Ooh, okay.
Isn't this one directed by Patrick Wilson or whatever his name is, who stars in
I
it?
think I heard he does direct this one, and I think the original cast came back as well. I saw Rose Byrne was in it, and the little kid who played Dalton looks like he's in it, except he's many years older now. He looks like the same child. Well, I mean, he's older now. He's probably a late teen now. So, see if it's any good. So.
Oh, awesome. Well, yeah, I can't wait to see your review. And Elliot, I think you said you're going to see it as well?
I will be, yeah. I think the UK get it a little later. I think we get it on Friday or Saturday, I think. I'm not sure about that.
This week, yeah.
Yeah, it's only by a day or two later. I think Australia might already have it, actually. I think they got it on Wednesday, I think. So it's coming out a bit scattered, but not by too much. So hopefully I'm going to check it out this weekend. I'm a big horror fan, and I don't know what it is. Like, there's a part of me that feels like when I watch these Insidious movies, I shouldn't like them, but I actually really do. I just have a lot of fun with them. That's what they are. They're jump scares, they're popcorn flicks. They're just good times. Switch your brain off, get into a nice, good horror, and it will do the job for you. So, yeah, I'm actually quite looking forward to it. Although, being the 5th movie, have they run out of ideas at this point? I don't know. I'll keep my fingers crossed.
I'm hoping Elliot's not another 1 out of 10 for you.
Yeah, if Indiana Jones is anything to go by, the 5th movie is normally the best.
I hope so, mate. I've got high hopes. Peter, Scott, are you guys going to go see Insidious?
I've never seen one. I've never seen an Insidious one. But I do like Patrick Wilson in the Conjuring film, so may give one of them a watch, but I'm not in too much of a hurry. If this was Conjuring 4, I'd be there day one. I quite like them.
I think James Wan directed at least the first Insidious, didn't he?
I think
yes,
he did.
really? That's right.
I
Yeah.
think
First 2, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So he did the second one as well. I don't know what it was about 3 and 4, but it feels like they were just written a little better. But I like how they went back and connected some stuff that happened in the earlier movies with things that happened in the later movies. 3 and 4 were not even about Patrick Wilson and his family. They were totally other stories, and so for whatever reason, they just felt like they were fleshed out a little bit more. But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to hear your thoughts. I can't wait. Sam, are you going to check out Insidious? Or
I haven't seen any of them, mate, and I don't think I don't want to come across as sort of a bit of a lightweight here, mate. I think just because there's just some sort of like horror. I don't know what that was. There's just
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. There's just some sort of like horror that I'm not personally that good with, and I think Insidious is sort of shoehorned into that. If I do end up watching it, I'll probably just be crapping myself throughout the film. So I probably might have to avoid it. If they're going to make a sequel to Insidious the Red Door, it'll be called Insidious the Blue Door. Who knows? Yeah, that was a real dad's joke. Apologies, folks.
It's all good, mate. It's all good. The horror's not for everyone.
No. I was going to say, Mag, I do like horror, but there's just some horror that I'm just... It's the paranormal stuff that I'm really not good with, personally.
I'm not too good with paranormal stuff either, to be honest.
Yeah, I can definitely get that, mate.
Definitely. I will say, though, Mike, just quickly before we move on, I've been intrigued to check out, because again, John Krasinski again, A Quiet Place Part 1 and 2, they're two modern horror movies I do want to make time for, definitely.
They're good.
They're great. They're great. Watch them one after another. They're basically two. It pretty much starts no sooner it finishes. Watch them together one evening. That'd be the best thing.
Yeah, and of course, Cillian Murphy, Thomas Shelby, because I need to start season 5 of Peaky Blinders, so I will check out Quiet Place eventually, and then Oppenheimer as well.
Oh yeah, that's coming out soon.
Yeah.
Oppenheimer, Barbie, same day as well, so that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Give me the tickets to Barbie instead, please.
Yeah.
I'll be watching Oppenheimer.
Yeah, I think I'll go and see Barbie first, though, Scott, and then Oppenheimer, because of Margot Robbie. I'm in a rush to see.
Well, I don't know. I think you need to watch Oppenheimer first now. Think about it, then Barbie to cheer you up.
Yeah.
I was thinking.
Oppenheimer's going to be depressing watch.
Yeah.
I think so. And when you guys mentioned about Patrick Wilson before, a little bit of a spin-off here, but obviously, of course, it belongs to the Conjuring universe. Did any of you see the trailer for The Nun 2 today?
No, I haven't seen it.
I see it.
There's a sequel to The Nun.
Yes, there is. Yeah.
Yeah.
The look on your face.
It's so surprised.
Yeah. And once again, Pete, for anyone who ever saw the trailer for the first Nun, it showed you all the scary moments in the movie. This one's done the exact same thing, all the creepy moments.
Well, I guess that's a thing. We're going to have The Nun 3 in about 4 years' time. The Nun trilogy. Oh,
and there will be shy.
Says Liam Gallagher.
Yeah, I definitely think it's going to be a Nun trilogy, because it's going to make money regardless if you like it or not, really.
Yeah.
I can see a Nun trilogy already. There's going to be a post-credit probably in the second one leading to the Nun still being alive.
Yeah.
It looked okay, the trailer. The cinematography looked nice, but again, it showed the scary parts in the trailer, so you don't know where it's going to come in the movie.
Does it have the same actress in it? Vera Farmiga's sister?
It does, yeah.
Okay.
It's set 4 years after the first movie.
Okay. All right.
I don't know. We'll wait and see.
Aren't they doing a sequel to Lasagna? Lasagna, La Llorona.
Well, funny enough,
La Llorona, whatever it's called.
Llorona, La Llorona.
La Llorona.
Yeah, La Llorona, the crying woman.
I was gonna say, Pete, I actually had lasagna for my dinner today. There we go.
Oh, very nice. You enjoyed it?
Yeah, I had it with garlic herb as well. It's really nice. Yeah. Ooh.
Very nice. Very nice.
That's the
if only
sequel right
Nigel's
there.
here to you say that, Pete.
Oh man, lasagna.
Would you like garlic bread with that? Yeah.
Oh man. We've got Jackson's in. Mike, I might be finally watching Casualties of War tonight on your recommendation.
That's a rough watch.
About time.
That's one of my favourite war films.
Brian De Palma as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah, great movie. Rough watch, as Scott said, though. Absolutely.
Yes, definitely.
Michael J. Fox, fantastic in that movie.
Sean Penn as well.
Yeah, I think Sean Penn.
Oh no,
Yeah.
is it going to be like Carlito's Way, and he's an absolute scumbag in this one as well?
Well, like I know on the set, Sean Penn was doing things to purposely irritate Michael J. Fox to get the genuine reactions out of him as well. So you can see that in the movie, and it works though. It works wonders. Yeah, great movie though, Jackson. So can't wait to hear your thoughts if you check it out. Josh adds in Past Lives might be a savior for you, Elliot. Masterpiece. After Elemental and Dial of Destiny, Past Lives is a beautiful experience.
Dial of Dysentery.
I think I've heard of Past Lives. I might have seen a poster for it. I'll keep my eyes peeled for it. I'll try and hunt it down if I can.
I'll be hearing some great things about that.
Yeah, Josh has been excited for this one for a little while. I think it may be an A24 film. I'm not too sure.
I think it is, yeah.
Oh, it is. I've seen the trailer. It looks really good. So I don't think it comes over here till September, but yeah, I'd want to watch it.
I'll give it a watch.
I'll look out for the release date.
It for September, I think. Yeah.
September. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you guys, I'm hearing really great things about this one. So thanks for clarifying it, guys, when it's going to come out as well. I wasn't too sure on it, so I'll be there September.
Thanks for the recommendation, Josh.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it might be a 10 out of 10 for Elliot. Who knows?
Please.
Might go in IMO Hall of Fame. We don't know. We've got Cy Robson in the house. So hey, Cy. He says,
hello, mate.
Really enjoyed it.
I'm glad to hear you enjoyed it, mate.
I enjoyed it too. I didn't hate it, and that made me happy. I thought I was going to absolutely hate it. And most of the audience score in general is not awful. I can see why some people didn't like it. I had some issues with it too, but I didn't despise it as much as I thought I was going to.
Yeah, I agree, Sin. I agree. I enjoyed it. I think if you separate it from the original trilogy and just take it for what it is, I think you'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't a disaster compared to Rise of Skywalker, so that's a win, I suppose.
Right.
Don't swear in front of me, P.
Now we've got an interesting comment from True Action Star again. I don't know if I can pronounce this.
Oh, no.
Here we go.
What is your favorite Shawadi song?
Shawadi Wadi.
Shawadi
Wadi? I don't know.
Okay. They are a load of absolute shite.
They're actually a real. They're actually a real group.
Yeah.
They're a real group in the UK. Yeah, they were about in the dinosaur era, I think.
Under the moon of love. Dun, 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 dun. That's not how it goes. But...
Oh man, that's all I need to know about them.
What's your favourite Shawadi Wadi song, True Action Star? Probably none, because they're all shite.
Indeed.
I love how he asks these questions, but he never puts on a comment. Mine is XXX.
Is he like putting these questions in Chat GPT or something? It's making me wonder.
I don't know.
He's getting them from Chat GPT. That's what I.
Oh man, I mean, appreciate the way to action, but man, what is some of these questions?
Yeah. If you ask me, True Action Star, what my favourite Elbow song is, what my favourite Blur song is, then I probably would be able to answer that.
No, I want to know what your favourite Shawadi Wadi song is.
I know. I'm going to look for their records tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you'll find them in the local charity shop. They're in the bin.
Yeah. Well, I'm going in. I'm checking in tomorrow.
Nice. I look forward to the haul on Instagram.
Just warming up, mate.
And then I'll get a message on Saturday afternoon saying, Pete, do you want some of these free Shawadi Wadi albums?
There was another song they did called Hey Rock and Roll, which was also pretty bad, to be fair. I don't think they've done a good song.
I think they've pretty much done all covers, didn't they? And there was like about a whole football team worth of members. There was like about 12 or 15 people in the group.
In the band, yeah.
Most of them just stood there in the background, just dancing to the music. And they were a vital member of the band.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Why do you know so much about Shawadi Wadi? What?
My mum's a fan of them. Actually, I think we need a Shawadi Wadi biopic now, just to put the record straight.
100%.
And then at the end of the movie, just them in the charity shop, being like, "This is where our records belong." In here. I don't know, but thank you, Joe Action.
Yeah, thank you, mate. Yeah.
I've got legend Anthony A. Perez in the house saying at the theatre watch The Blackening. Have a great stream, y'all. Hey, Anthony.
Hello.
Well, enjoy it, mate.
Thank you for tuning in. And that pretty much wraps up the first kind of hour and a half. So first, I just want to thank Pete, Sin, Sam, Scott, and for joining us, and Elliot. The links to everyone's channels down below, so please go subscribe to them. Hopefully, we've had 10 people sub to Elliot to get him to 500 subs.
Yeah,
incredible. Thank you for tuning in. Very quickly, Elliot, what have you got coming up on your channel?
So yeah, it's a big month, July. Oppenheimer, Barbie, Mission Impossible as well. We've also got Talk to Me coming out at the end of the month, I think. I'm really excited to see that one. So we're going to be busy as the month goes on. Yeah, it's only going to get busier as we get into it. But yes, thank you for having me on the stream as well, Mike. It's been a lot of fun.
Hey, you're welcome, man. Thank you for joining again. Really appreciate it, man. And some great content coming up as well.
Thank you.
And Sin, you got a review coming up tonight for Insidious?
I'll be filming a review for Insidious and also Sound of Freedom. My original intent was to come home, film a review for Sound of Freedom, but then you invited me on the show, so I couldn't say no. So I'll just film both of them when I get home tonight, and one of them will go up tomorrow.
Awesome. Well, definitely check out Sin's channel and see which review she drops first. You just have to wait and see.
I don't even know yet.
Right. And Pete, you said you might be doing a stream this weekend?
Yeah, might be a stream either tomorrow night or Saturday night. Going to a cinema at the weekend to see a Screen Unseen for the first time, so might review that film, whatever it may be. Hopefully it'll be something good, but it'll probably be Elemental. I don't know what it'll be, but it'll be a surprise. And then got some film reviews coming up in the next couple of weeks, so a little bit coming up.
Look forward to it, mate.
Oh, thank you, Sam.
Definitely.
Thanks, Scott.
Definitely go check out Pete's channel as well. And again, he's got a live stream coming up on Wednesday as well, so definitely go support Pete on his live streams.
Oh, thank you, Mike.
And I know, Scott, at the moment you're taking a break on YouTube, but people can still find you on Instagram and Facebook, right?
Yeah, definitely. Scott Anders 20 on Instagram and Scott Anders on Facebook. Yeah.
Awesome, mate. And in the meantime, still go subscribe to Scott. Press the notification bell so you know when he's got a live stream coming up as well. And Sam's on Instagram where he posts reviews as well. Sam.
Yeah, sure, mate. As I say, I need to continue on with my Wes Anderson film review series on there. As I say, Asteroid City, I might leave that till a rewatch because I want to see if my thoughts have changed on that film, because I say it, a lot of people loved that movie, which is great. I wish I could, but my thoughts are a bit elsewhere at the minute, so I'm gonna probably leave that till I've rewatched it and go with fresh eyes. But I will say, in terms of YouTube, Mike, like I said at the start, I'm gonna be doing that music discussion live stream with John Mondocelovic Movies next month, and I'm very much looking forward to that. And John is a fantastic guy as well. It's great that I met up with him twice, and same with you, Mike. It was great to meet up with you last month. And Scott, I look forward to your return. And Elliot, I'm sure you'll get to 500 by the end of the night, and I'll check out. I'll give your channel a sub as well, Sin.
Oh, thank you. I will do the same.
Thank you, bud.
I'll follow you on Instagram.
Thank you very much.
It's been a great stream this tonight. Really,
fantastic.
It's fun as always. Thank you, Mike.
Thanks so much, Mike, for the invite.
Thank you guys for thank you guys for coming and making these streams for what they are. And again, last not least, but please go check out all these guys on YouTube and Instagram. Links are all down below. But thank you guys for joining me, and we'll see you next week, probably more likely.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Take care, guys.
Bye. See ya.
See ya. And we've got a couple of guests waiting in the wings. We've got Jamie Lee, Jason, and Nate. Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey.
How are you going?
How's everyone doing?
Just hanging in there, dude. How about you?
I'm good. And how's the legend from Australia doing?
Really good. Really good. Do you know why I'm really good, friends? Just so we can get some more plug towards this beautiful, beautiful brand. Yep. It's the month of, my friends. It's the month of. It's coming. I'm coming. I can't wait.
And when do you get that in Australia?
I get to watch it next Tuesday because I got an early screen. So next Tuesday. I'm not excited.
I didn't think so.
I don't get it for like another 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it comes out on like the 18th or maybe even the 21st, something like that. But next week I'll be there.
Well, I gotta get through Insidious and what's the name of that comedy? I don't want to say Ride Along because Ice Cube is not in this movie.
Oh, Joyride.
Yes.
Joyride. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Nice. Jamie, I can't wait to see your review because we don't get to like the 21st. So.
I'm sorry, I can't wait. Honestly, I think there's like a what do they call it?
Like an embargo or something.
Embargo, that's it, on it. So I'm not allowed to technically talk about it till a certain date. But oh man, I'll be plugging it. You can tell by just my emojis.
I was gonna say if there was no embargo, you'd probably have like 1 million views, and that you'd be like the first to review it on YouTube. So
honestly, I'm so excited.
That.
Anyway, sorry to start the stream with just pumping pink, but anyway.
Hey, it's all good. Well, firstly, it's great to have Nate back on the channel as well, and he's hanging in there, and he's tired, but he's here, so it's all good.
Yeah, I just got off work like 2 hours ago, so I'm pretty pooped.
Well, thanks for joining, man. We've got Jason once again as well, so great to have you, Jason. And we've got Jamie as well. So firstly, the links to Jamie, Jason, and Nate's channels are all down below in the description box. Please go subscribe to them. And Jason, I'm going to be on Jason's channel tomorrow night as well at 8 o'clock, right, Jason? I think?
Yeah.
I was going to say that would have been awkward if I showed up at like 7 o'clock and be like, where is everyone?
I'll be sleeping, maybe.
Right. But so I'll be on Jason's channel tomorrow, so definitely check that out. I will post this after the stream as well. We have got Rashad. I don't know where he is. He's somewhere.
Sleeping.
He's off doing Rashad things.
Yeah.
Probably.
Stuffing things.
Whatever it is Rashad does when we're not paying attention.
Watching Rocky and then sleeping.
Sleeping while watching Rocky.
Yeah, watching his pops and sleeping.
Right. So, he's probably somewhere, but Ryan's good joining, I think, about half an hour time, so Ryan will be here soon as well. But to start things off, we've got quite a lot of comments to catch up on, but we've got one here from Ryan Swales. So, hey, Ryan, he says, if a movie was made about your life and you could choose who played you, who would the actor be that you choose?
That's kind of hard considering I only have to. There's a certain tier list of actors I have to choose from, and they all have to be around my age.
Right.
So it can't be like Leonardo DiCaprio or something like that.
And is it based off looks, or is it like who you would want to play you? Like not someone who looks like you, because I'm shit out of luck.
Well, I'm not gonna cast Leonardo DiCaprio to play a high schooler. Like, come on.
I guess with the question, I guess anyone you want, doesn't matter what age they are, they can be your young self as well, I guess. So I don't know, Jamie, who would you want to play you?
Elizabeth Olsen, hands down, my queen, my Scarlet Witch. Yeah, but again, like she doesn't look anything like me, but she's an amazing actress, and yeah, she could definitely pull off.
Accent on.
She could definitely put an Aussie accent on, 100%. I mean, if I was picking purely on accent, I'd pick Margot Robbie, but fucking dead. Look at her. I mean, Elizabeth Olsen's gorgeous too, but yeah. I don't know. I just think Elizabeth has more. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. They're both great, but Elizabeth Olsen is my faves.
I would probably say Logan Lerman or something like that.
Logan Lerman's a good choice. Elizabeth Olsen's also a great choice as well, Jamie, by the way.
Thanks.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. So we've got two answers. Before we carry on with Jason's answer, we've got a legend in the wings, and that is Rashad. Hey, man.
What's up, fam? Yo, I was on time. I was really on time, straight up. But what happened? What happened was,
you see, what happened was I was definitely on time, though.
No, see, okay, so me and Mike have a long history, right, in the messages, and he sent me a lot of links over this time. So my crazy ass clicked on the wrong link, and I'm trying to figure out like what the hell. So yeah, so I clicked on the old link. Yeah. So I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, I said, wait a minute. I said, oh, this is the wrong damn link.
Rashad went, hello guys, we streaming today?
Yeah, I'm like Mike running on black people time right now, man. What's going on?
Rashad, we all know you were watching Rocky, really. You weren't here, yeah. It's all good.
No, I was actually watching Insidious 2, getting ready for the one tomorrow. Yeah, so I got like 30 minutes left of that one.
Okay.
It's okay. You know, I don't think it's as good as the first one. The first one, to me, I guess, was unexpected. So the first one kind of creeped me out a little bit, but this one is more of a copy of that movie, so the jump scares ain't really getting me this time, like in the first movie.
I kind of like the third one versus the second one.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, somebody told me I didn't have to watch 3 and 4 to watch the
You
new
don't.
one.
You don't.
Okay.
If you want extra context, you can, but as part of a specific timeline, it's not really worth getting into.
Not necessary. Okay.
No.
Cool.
Okay, well, that's fair. Okay, well, Rashad, while you've joined, we've just had a question from Ryan. He says, if a movie was made about you, about your life, who would you want to play you? Who would you go with?
Oh, I choose The Rock, of course. Okay, you know, I don't like the way y'all laughing. I used to be in good shape at one time, okay? So the Rock could play me at my prime, okay, when I was in shape.
Are we talking like a modern day Rock or like early 2000s Rock with hair?
I'd say modern day Rock, yeah.
Modern day Rock.
Modern day Rock, yeah.
Around 6'5", Rashad? I don't know how tall you are.
5'11".
Okay, so he'd have to play a little shorter, maybe, but
Malcolm X was 6'5". Denzel was 5'11". Okay, it can't happen.
There you go.
And we just said that we're not basing it off looks anyway, Rashad. So yeah,
Right.
The Rock's still good. You got him. It's totally.
I was going to say as well, like Rashad's told me that in the past they used to be referred to as Black Hulk as well. So there you go.
Yeah, listen, I was the Black Hulk. I was Black Schwarzenegger. You know, I was the Rock at one time. You know, yeah.
Were you?
Y'all thinking, yo, I'm gonna get an old picture of me back when I was in my early 20s, man. I'll show y'all. I was jacked.
Nice, Rashad. Nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you how hot I was.
What? I used to be hot.
Nah, just joking. Just kidding.
You know.
Oh man.
Yeah, back in the day when they saw me, they used to say, "Ooh, child." Now they see me, they say, "Oh shit." You know.
Oh god.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
Rashad, don't put yourself down.
No. I mean, I'm just telling you what it is, man. I don't get the looks like I used to. You know, before I used to be able to sense when the chicks were checking me out, and now I'll be the one nodding. They like, I'm like, damn, well, forget you then.
They're lost, Rashad. They're lost.
Yeah,
Right.
for sure.
Exactly. Well, Jason, who would you want to play you in a movie?
Yeah, I've thought about this actually quite a bit, and so I was ready for this question if I ever got asked, and that's always been Jake Gyllenhaal has always been my answer to that question. One of the best actors working today, and I don't know how old he is. I think we're similar ages, maybe. I grew up watching him back when he was in October Sky, back when I was. So I'm sure he's a little bit older than me because I was probably a young teenager when I saw October Sky, and that was the first time I ever saw him. He played a teenager in that movie.
Was he in October Sky?
Yeah, he was the main character, Homer, in the movie. That's a movie based off of. Yeah, he's pretty young. That's the first movie I ever saw him in. I thought when I saw October Sky, I thought this guy is a really good actor. I mean, that was way back when, and he's proved himself to be an amazing actor since. But yeah, obviously he's a good-looking guy, great build. Love to look like that, you know.
Slightly insane. A little bit.
I mean, he broke up with my girl Taylor Swift, so not a fan. Bye.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Anyway, he's 42 too, by the way.
Okay, I'm 40, so we're about the same. So it worked perfectly.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, Jamie, definitely Jake Gyllenhaal's lost there.
Yeah, 100%.
Taylor Swift had some
Idiot.
though. Oh my gosh, John Mayer.
We're not bringing up this debate, Jason. We're not going there. Ain't nobody disrespecting my Walking Dead, and ain't nobody disrespecting my girl Taylor Swift on any stream.
Wait, isn't Taylor Swift the one where Kanye went on stage and said no disrespect, but Beyonce had the best? Okay.
Yep.
There you go.
Swift. And Jake Gyllenhaal dated her? That's a big age gap, isn't it?
I mean, she's what, in her late 30s, early 40s, maybe?
Taylor Swift?
I think.
No,
I don't know why I'm thinking she's like mid-20s.
No.
She's been around a little while now.
I would like to say early 30s.
She's my age, I think. 30. Ooh, but not say my age.
genetics,
She is my age.
That's either really old or really young. We don't know.
She's 21, guys. Come on.
No, she doesn't look her age. She looks young as shit, so that's good genetics.
Yeah.
She's stunning. 33. There you go, guys.
Okay.
Wow, you old.
Yeah.
I want to be.
Sorry, what was that? Did you want to be kicked off the stream? Nah.
I'll just kick myself. Yeah, bye, guys.
Kicked off his own screen.
We don't need a party host, Mike. It's fine.
I want to be stunning.
To be fair, Jimmy, I'm 33 in like next month, so I know how you feel.
Damn, you old. Isn't that
You're getting up there, Mike. You better watch out.
Yeah.
Wait, how old did you say you turning?
33.
Get the fuck out of here.
I know.
I'd love to be 33 again.
Me too. Yeah.
Well,
I'll be 44 next month. Okay.
Damn,
you old. Really, Rashad?
Yeah, I'll be 44.
Yeah.
Shit.
Wow.
You don't look that old.
Now I feel like a little kid.
Yeah. I mean, we're giving you way too many compliments today, calling you the rock and stuff, but holy shit, you do not look that old.
No, you're making me feel good because everybody else around here makes me feel old.
No, we love you, but holy shit, I wouldn't pick that.
Yeah, no, I'm getting up there, and like overnight, all of a sudden you start to notice gray hair in places that you didn't think you would have them.
Yeah, we don't want to know.
Get a little just for men, you know what I'm saying? But luckily, I haven't had to use just for men yet. I'm still naturally, black haired. But I do got a couple of grays coming in though.
Just keep an eye on Rashad's channel, not food videos anymore. Try and just for men on my facial.
Oh gosh.
That was great.
Yeah. But in regards to this question, I guess if I was going to try to pick someone who like maybe resembles me to an extent, maybe Sholo Mariduena from Cobra Kai, maybe Miguel, possibly. I could see that.
Nice. Yeah.
Maybe
I don't know. Locks, but yep.
Yeah, I used to have hair down to here at one point. So.
Oh really?
That's another pick we'll be waiting on. Rashad's the rock one, and you're Miggy
John Leguizamo with a British accent.
I always said Oscar Isaacs, I think, could play Mike in a movie.
Oh,
Yeah,
I can
yeah,
see
that's
that.
a good one
I can
too.
see that. Definitely.
I could pick that.
Retraction. Not Logan Lerman. I want Adam Sandler. Let's do it.
Adam Sandler.
One for a comedy.
Oh, it would totally be a comedy. My entire life has been a joke anyway.
Okay.
I'm joking, of course.
That was the comedy part.
That was a comedy.
Yes.
Next week will be therapy talks, not Zoom talks. We'll have it then.
It's gonna look like the scene from Across the Spider-Verse. I looked at my uncle, and let me guess, he died. Oh God.
Oh man, thank you for the question, Ryan.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Got Winslow here saying, watched Hard Target today. John Woo and Van Damme, ridiculous film, but a good fun. Oh,
You lost me at Van Damme.
Hey, I would look Van Damme back in the day. He was that guy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hard Target actually turns 30 this year. They came out summer 1993.
They came out in I remember that.
I can never hear his name again without thinking of that shitty ass Street Fighter movie that came out in the 90s.
Oh, dog, okay. Have you ever watched that movie Drunk? It's a whole different experience.
I watched it high. What are you talking about?
Oh, that's even better. That's even better then.
And even then, I looked at my dad and I was like, man, this is shit. Like,
yeah, it's terrible. It's funny. It's terrible, but it's funny though. I crack up every time I watch Street Fighter because Van Damme is just coked out of his mind the whole movie, bro.
Like, I mean, it definitely falls into that realm of movies that are so bad it's good, kind of. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Why do you pick a actor to play the All-American in the movie? That didn't make sense, but
yeah. Well, he was the biggest name at the time. You know, who else could have played Guile? You know,
I'm Guile, and he has a thick accent, and it's like, oh.
Yeah, I've yet to see that one though, but I've heard bad things about it.
Dude, as many bad movies as you've seen, I don't think it would be the worst thing you've ever seen.
No.
Nah. No, definitely not. Definitely not. No.
I wouldn't put it at the top of your list, though. Is all I'd say.
Like, Mike, you have no idea how badly I laughed out loud when I saw the video for Battle Star Wars. I was rolling, dude. I was like, this is not real. There's no way this is real.
Well, imagine the Battle Star Wars review, me, and then Anthony E. Perez reviewing a spoof of Star Wars, the biggest Star Wars fan you can get.
Classic.
Oh, man.
No, that was a trip.
I bet. Like, holy crap.
Got Marvel fans saying, hey everyone, how are you? Say, hey Marvel fan.
Hello.
The Josh says, bought some 4Ks recently to celebrate me starting a new job. I bought Babylon, Virgin Suicides, Pulp Fiction, and Top Gun Maverick.
Congrats
on getting a new job.
I need to get Pulp Fiction for the collection. There's a lot of Tarantino movies I need on Blu-ray. Oh, man.
Yeah, well, it looks like you've been getting some good titles there as well. Babylon and Top Gun, especially Top Gun Maverick. That was awesome.
Mm-hmm. Extremely awesome.
That's awesome. We've got Del Boy in the house here. So, hey, Del Boy. He says, I love a dystopian future movie, especially if it has a shock ending like Planet of the Apes or Soylent Green.
Yeah.
Or beautiful to look at like Blade Runner. What's your favorite dystopian film and why? Oh, okay. Good question. Sorry, bit of a mouthful to read out, so sorry, Del Boy. I don't know. Would you say RoboCop's a dystopian film?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
RoboCop counts. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go RoboCop.
That's a good one.
Fantastic movie.
I would have to go through all my movies to find one.
I know.
Well, tell you what, why don't we go around? So, Jamie, do you want to go first?
I would have said Planet of the Apes. I really enjoyed that. I'm really looking forward to the next one, which I think is next year, isn't it?
There's another one?
Yeah, they're working on another one, yeah.
Really? Okay.
Oh, so you're talking about the 2011 Planet of the Apes or the 1968 one?
I'm not talking about the old one, Rashad. The oldest movie I've ever watched was literally with you, I think.
Oh my gosh! So Empire Strikes Back was 1980.
No, actually, Star Wars. Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
actually,
wow.
when was RoboCop? 80s, and Star Wars was
87.
77, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Star Wars is probably the oldest thing I've ever watched.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's fair. I don't get out much.
There's a lot of
maybe I do get out much, and that's why I don't watch movies. I don't know. Something.
It's all good. It's all good. No, the new Planet Apes or Jimmy, that's good. Yeah, I think the new one is next year. I think you're right.
Wait, there's another one?
Yeah,
Jason's just asked.
Yeah.
Nate's very sleepy, remember?
I'm just now hearing about this. What the hell?
Yeah.
I am sleeping. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, Jason, what would you go with a dystopian movie?
Yeah, I'd have to think long and hard, but I mean, Planet of the Apes, I absolutely love that movie. I have that one on Blu-ray. I watched that as a kid. I remember watching that the first time as a kid, and yeah, that ending was one of the biggest shock endings I've ever seen in a movie. That totally blew my mind when I was a kid. And absolutely love it because of that. And it's a great movie. Still love the costumes. I still really like those ape costumes. Obviously, it's people in costumes, but it works so well still. I think even today, I'm just still like, wow, look at those apes. It's kind of an interesting idea. Great sci-fi idea, and great performance by Charlton Heston. And has some of the greatest lines ever. Get your hands off me, you damn dirty ape. It's so good. Stuff like that.
Awesome, man. Yeah, I've never seen the original one, but we were just talking about that early when Pete was on, and he was saying he was a fan of it, so definitely want to check it out. Yeah, great answer, man. Rashad?
I'll probably say a toss-up between Fury Road and, since we're on the topic of Planet of the Apes, I'll probably say Dawn of the Apes.
That's a good one.
Dawn of the Apes was my shit. Yeah, that movie went in a totally different direction than I thought it was going to go. I'm not going to spoil nothing for the people that haven't seen it, because y'all like to say I spoil stuff. But I'm just going to say, yeah, it took a totally different direction than I thought it was going, and I was pleasantly surprised by that movie. So yeah, it's toss up between those two, Fury Road and Dawn of the Apes.
Nice. Yeah, Dawn of the Apes is awesome. Really like that movie.
So it's called Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, and it'll be out May 24 next year.
So is that going to be a continuation of the Caesar story, or is like a whole different story?
That's what I'm wondering.
I don't know. Let me have a read.
The last two.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, it might be Caesar still, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but didn't he
Yeah. I didn't say it this time. I didn't say it.
You know what? There was no way to get around it. Okay,
Yeah, there's no way to get around that.
It had to come up.
No longer Rashad spoiler. G, we've got Unbiased. Spoiler.
Yeah, we've got two.
The movie's like 5 years old. Come on,
bro, you'd be surprised. I spoiled something from 30 years ago, and they're like, "Rashad, we haven't seen it." I'm like, "You know what? I'm gonna shut up."
Dude, I remember when I still had my older channel. I talked about The Mist. This was very early, 15-year-old Nathan, amateurish.
I haven't seen that movie.
I was talking about The Mist, and somebody got mad because I talked about the ending. I'm like, this movie came out in 2007. Shut up.
Yeah. Have you watched the series of it, Nate? When they turned it into a TV show?
I have, and I hated it.
Oh, no way. Oh,
I absolutely hated it. The only thing in it that I actually liked was the moth sequence where he's got the wings coming out of his back. I was like, oh my God. Other than that, I was bored the whole way through.
Oh, what a shame.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was reading.
That's
all right.
I think.
Nate, have you got a favorite one before we move on?
I do. I think recently, in the past few years, I want to say A Quiet Place. I really liked A Quiet Place.
Yeah,
good one.
Mm-hmm. You know, I like I like the tension. You know, I like the monsters in it. You know, I think everybody in that movie does a really good job, especially the actress who is actually deaf.
Yeah.
You know, there's just she just has a lot of, she's just able to convey so much emotion, and she and John Krasinski have a really good dynamic going on in that movie.
Yeah, also one of the most unique theater experiences that you'll ever have, bro. Like,
I saw it in the theater on an opening night, and dude, packed theater. Like, I'm talking about maybe 150 people in one auditorium, dude.
Wow.
It was so quiet in there, you could hear a penny drop.
Damn.
It was like my cousin, his stupid ass. He turned to me at one point. He was like, "Why is it so quiet?" I'm like, I looked at him. I was like, "Do you not know what movie you're watching?" He's like, "Oh."
So annoying. Never taking him again.
I love him though. He's an idiot.
I think I've shared this story before about A Quiet Place. But I did eat popcorn during the movie.
Yeah.
You weren't one of those jackasses that ate it as loudly as you could, were you?
No, I tried to eat it as quiet as I could. So by the end of it, my jaw was killing.
So you're chewing like extra slow, like.
Yeah.
I'd put a piece in, try to chew it like so softly, and then I'd be getting a drink like this, going like,
"Oh my god!"
If I soften it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Mike is that. Oh, sorry.
No, and then just to wrap up the story, and then I think I've shared this before, but where I was sitting in the cinema, there was like a boy and a girl like sat on like the row below me, and they were like a couple. And anyway, so obviously the movie was that quiet. Everyone was like so intent on the screen. At one point, the girl went out. I don't know, she must have gone to the toilet or whatever. When she came back, she came in the wrong row and sat next to me.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And then she looked at me like this.
You looked at her like,
and I looked at her, and then her boyfriend looked over. And he's like, "What are you doing right now?"
Oh shoot!
So I had that experience during The Quiet Place as well. I'll never forget that.
Do you guys know how a movie gets all quiet right before a jump scare? Mike is that guy that during that jump scare just decides to open up a loud ass bag of Doritos, completely take away the tension of the whole film.
Well, listen, I have a cousin of mine that will not go to the movies with me again ever because watching Endgame, I was that guy. So I snuck in a big ass sandwich from Walmart in plastic, and for some reason I didn't do it intentionally, but when it would get quiet, that's all you would hear. She's looking at me like, "Dude," I'm like,
they were at the portal scene, and you know he did the music did that dun 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 dun. Got real quiet. Here's Rashad.
Yeah. And then she'll tell you to this day, she's like, all I remember is that smelly ass sandwich and making all that noise. And then I embarrassed her when the scene happened, and I was like, "He's worthy." I actually yelled that shit out, and she sunk down in her seat. She was like, "Oh my God." And now she never went to the movies with me ever again.
I can't imagine that there'd be a lot of like a big line of people that would want to go to the movies with you, Rashad. Like from the things that you talk about yourself in the movies, you're like, "I fart, I eat, I sleep." Like, fucking hell.
Okay, I never farted. Okay, I never said I farted in a movie. Okay, if I did, it was one of those where you clench your butt cheek and sneak it out. Okay,
you try to let it out as silently as you can,
as silently as possible. But I never intentionally pass gas. I have etiquettes. Okay, I do have some etiquettes about myself. Damn, Jamie.
Sorry, I sprung you out, Rashad.
Oh man.
From talking about you being, giving you all these compliments to busting you out like that. I'm sorry.
Oh man.
Well, but my son loves going to the movies because I'm fun. Like I don't talk through the whole movie, but in the scenes where you're supposed to react, I react to. So when we're supposed to laugh, I laugh. When I'm supposed to cheer, I cheer. And at the end, if the movie's good, I'll applaud. You know.
I feel you. Yeah. You don't need to justify it to me. I'm the worst person to go to the movies with, so I got you. We're good.
Rashad clenching his butt cheek.
Yeah.
He's like,
man.
Rashad's like, come on, how much longer?
Listen,
how much longer?
That's a secret. That's a secret. If you don't want this thing, you have to clench and just slowly sneak it out.
Oh fuck!
You have to have strong butt muscles to do that, though, man. It takes
like
practice.
It's like a Family Guy episode. He lets it out and he sucks it back in.
It takes a lot of practice, though, man. You have to have strong butt cheeks to do that. You're welcome.
Oh my god!
And on the
We've
topic
gone
of
so
strong
off
butt
track.
cheeks, that's what Ryan's walked into.
Yeah.
I don't know what y'all are talking about. We went from
We're talking about Rashad sneaking out farts in the cinema.
dude, we went from talking about dystopian movies that we love to Rashad's ass crack. Like,
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. Only on Z Talks, man. Only on Z Talks.
oh shit.
Oh man. Well, Ryan, thank you for joining, man. How you doing?
Doing good, man.
Awesome. Well, by the way, I should add the link to Ryan, Jamie, Jason's, Nate, and Rashad's channels are down below in the description box. So please go subscribe to them if you're enjoying these guys. Go subscribe to them as well. We've got Danny Dukes in the house saying, "Hey, hope you're all good." So hey,
Danny,
Danny,
what's up?
What's up, Danny?
What's up?
Hope you're clenching your butt cheeks, my friend. We've got the Soulless Trench Coat saying, "Hey, what's up?" So hey,
What's up?
What's up?
Casualties of War is great, a rough watch, but necessary, and has a great message.
Yeah, that was a tough one to watch. Yeah, that's a hard one.
Great movie though.
Is there any of it?
Never heard of it.
I've seen it.
Casualties of War, Michael J. Fox and Sean Penn, Vietnam movie.
I hadn't seen it.
Oh, well, get on it. It's a good watch.
I'm still trying to catch up on things, man.
Yeah.
Hey.
We got Marvel fans saying, "Last week I went into my local cinema. I never stepped foot in a cinema for ages. 10 years ago, actually.
Wow.
Man of Steel.
Wow.
Okay.
Sadly, I don't go see a movie, but I asked if they've got any free posters. Okay, man. Well, if you're still watching, let us know if you got any posters or if you want to check out a movie. You know what?
That'd be cool.
Whatever your escapade was there, let us know.
He went not to watch a movie, but just
we do that, Jace. We go to our cinema because you can like just walk on. It's really like open spaced, and we go in there and we buy like the massive box of popcorn, and then literally just walk out. We don't go watch a movie. Just take the popcorn. Okay. We don't take it. We pay for it. Just saying. But yeah, we go get popcorn and then leave. So yeah.
I just felt hungry.
Lots
Came
of people.
to cinema. You know.
Yeah.
Pretty
just
common.
came to say hi. Hi guys. Bye.
Didn't want to
Actually, I've been there before too to just take a picture of like when my daughter looked really cute. I was like, come on, let's go get a picture with the Little Mermaid because they've got like the massive like life-sized promotional stuff. So yeah, I was like, let's go get a picture. So we did. We took a picture and left. Thanks.
Wow.
See you next week.
I just go see movies. I've been doing it wrong, I guess.
I mean, you can do it any way you want. If you want posters, if you want pictures, if you want popcorn, whatever you want.
Next time when Jason's doing Jason Midwest Traveler, I'm just going to see a vlog of him getting a photo next to Ariel. I
just photos. Yeah, buy every poster and.
I mean, have you seen pictures of Halle Bailey? Woo!
You'd want a picture with her, eh?
She's an attractive woman. I'm not hating at all.
She is, and I don't feel comfortable looking at her because technically she could be my daughter, but she is hot.
Yeah.
Well, you see, that's where me and you differ. I'm 25 years old, so hey, that's fair game right there.
See that? Damn. I mean, but here's my thing: as long as you're over 21, it's cool, you know. But you're too old. Don't give me that too old shit. As long as you're over 21, you grown.
Right? Yeah.
Okay.
I'm with you, Rod. I'm there. People are half my age now, and it's like, oh my gosh, how people are.
I'm the youngest one here. I definitely feel like I'm out of my element. What the hell?
Man, and enjoy your youth, bro, because It gets worse when you get older because you see a girl that looks good. You're like, oh my god. You find out how young she is. And you're like, oh geez, I'm a perv.
If I can get away, if I can get away from this job of mine, the next 5 years will definitely be interesting.
Fair enough. Jason, what were you saying?
When I watch something, I have to look up their age so I don't feel guilty about looking at them. They're good looking, and I have to look them up and go, did I just do something wrong?
Is the FBI coming to get me right now?
I love that if you look up the age, Jason, you see that they're like, let's say 21. Would your brain automatically go, nope, they're not attractive anymore? Like, how does that actually turn off?
It doesn't. Problem.
That's like when we watched. I remember I saw Scream 5 last year, and I was talking about it to one of my friends, and my cousin, he's like, man, Jenna Ortega is so damn hot. I'm like, yeah, she is. And then we paused for a minute. I'm like, she look. I'm like, well, hold on a minute. She looks pretty young. How old is this chick? Like, we were both scared to death. Yeah. She was like 16. I think she's like 23. She's in her 20s. Yeah.
She just looks.
That's like when I saw Tori on Cobra Kai. I was like, damn, I said Tori found the motherfucker. But then I had to look.
It must be.
Make sure.
You know what? It must be
your
height. It must be her height because my ex-girlfriend was like 4'9", but she's 24, so it must be the height. It's like, oh, you're cute.
Please don't pat us, Nate. Never do that.
Oh no, I'm saying like
she's your ex-girlfriend because you patted her.
I used to pat her. I'm saying I'd probably do the same thing to Jenna Ortega if I ever met her. I'd be like, oh, you're cute. Right before her bodyguards tackled me or something like that. I don't know.
It's funny how life works, but hey, like you guys are talking about like hitting on these young hot chicks, and like 21-year-olds like myself are over here like Jeffrey Dean Morgan, like give me that 50, 60-year-old man. Like
you know what? I will back you up. That Jeffrey Dean Morgan is a good looking man.
Right. He can do things that he can do what he wants. That man, he can whatever he wants.
Jamie, what's in that cup, girl? Jamie, what's in that cup?
Anyway. Sorry, Mike. We are going way off track. I don't know why I come on these things.
It's okay. Mike has got some Hollywood crushes that I'm pretty sure he would love to disclose, but I don't think he's going to.
Natalie Portman. He talks
about
Natalie
Portman, Melissa McCarthy. Oh, God.
What are you guys smoking?
Although I am with her, Elizabeth Olsen. Oh, she can have my heart. Holy crap.
Yeah.
She's so perfect.
Especially when she's evil, when it's like she's evil Scarlet Witch in Multiverse of Madness, but that turned me on.
I know that unlocked something inside of me. I was like, "Mommy."
Oh Lord.
Oh man. I never said I wasn't going to disclose, Nate. I don't know where you got that idea from. No, I think just very quickly, I think number one on my list, I've said this before, Emma Stone is top of that list.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. She's so quirky. I love her.
She seems like a cool person as well, though.
This is going to sound stereotypical, but I think Mark Wahlberg, he'd be fun to have a beer with.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've got 3D Movie Cinema saying, hey, Mike, just dropping by. Keep with the good work. So, hey, man, hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning in.
What's up, man?
Rashad Solis Trenchcoat says, if you're going with The Rock, you got a rock bottom someone and drop the people's elbow.
Oh, I have a list of people I love to rock bottom in people's elbow. Trust me. I got a whole list of them. And
Are they directors, producers, or just people that you know?
It's a mixture of all of them. Like just today, my 18-year-old daughter just made that list. I just want to give her a Stone Cold Stunner from hell with the people's elbow on top of it.
You know, I laugh because I just saw Rise of the Beast the other day. I hated it, for anyone that saw my review. But it's funny because I was talking to my cousin about it afterwards, and we had just got done rewatching Chronicle, which if you haven't seen Chronicle, check it out. It's pretty cool.
Movie.
But just to kind of poke fun at Transformers again, I looked at my cousin. I was like, man, if I had superpowers, the first thing I would do was call up Michael Bay and blow the motherfucker's head off right on the other side of the phone.
Right.
Nobody would know what happened.
Well, he didn't do the last Transformers. That was Steven Caple Jr.
He's got a producer credit. He's guilty by association. That son of a bitch. I wouldn't wipe my ass with Rise of the Beast. It's on track to be in my top 5 worst of the year right now.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
Nate is getting a lovely, nice 4K steelbook just for your collection.
Yes, it is.
Dog, Nate, even with that reveal at the end, like,
fuck that reveal. Nobody wants that shit.
I want it, man. That's my childhood.
Well, guess what? They can do it just for you, but nobody else wants it.
Damn.
Literally, like when they dude, I'm surprised I didn't notice it at first because there's plaques and medals behind him saying "Real American Hero" and saying "Knowing it's at the battle." I'm like, something's off. What are they doing here? And the moment I saw that symbol, I was like,
oh no, dog! I was the opposite. I cheered. But my son didn't get it because I've never shown my son that. So he was like, what is that? I said, what? He said, yeah, you don't know what that is? So, of course, I had to school him. They got the whole series on, I think it was a Peacock or Tubi. It's one of them.
Everyone in my theater either laughed or groaned. I was right there. I was like, wow, you all have officially run out of ideas. I'm done. I cannot watch another Transformers movie after this one.
Damn.
And to make things worse, I'm so tired of hating ass, killing ass Optimus Prime. If I have to hear Optimus Prime utter the words "I'll kill you" one more time, I'm gonna kill myself. Okay. Damn. Like, jeez.
Nate's gonna start his own series. This ain't shit. Isn't that what you do, Rashad? Harry Potter ain't shit.
Well, Mike ain't seen shit. Oh yeah, you ain't shit. Yeah.
It's fun. It's funny that you're here, Rashad. I thought at the beginning of the year, I thought about making a character and doing skits. Like, there's an alternate version of me that is just angry at everything, and he only comes out when a movie's so bad. I let him take over, and he just rages out on the movie.
Well, listen, I have those moments. I don't think the movies pissed me off like that this year. I don't think. Now, last year that movie was Barbarian. That movie just made me mad, and I'm not going to talk about it, okay? Yeah. But it made me mad. I don't think I've seen anything this year that pissed me off yet.
You see, guys, this is the beauty of film criticism. Everybody's got different opinions. I hate Rise of the Beasts. He loves Rise of the Beasts. I love Barbarian. He hates Barbarian, apparently.
Yeah.
Still no physical release for that.
I know, that is such a crime.
The 4K nipple, didn't you, Rashad?
Man, I don't even like. I can still like. Like I can still see it.
Rashad needs a steel bookcase of Barbarian, and apparently I need one for Rise of the Beasts.
Oh gosh.
Oh man.
Bad.
I did. You know what, Rashad? You know what, Rashad? I'll give you this. Everything with the Terracons and the Maximals was actually pretty cool.
Okay.
Like I did like all of that.
Okay, well, listen, Barbarian started out very promising. I was intrigued for the first 15 minutes. And then when they brought in the second, well, actually the first 30 minutes, but then when they switched and made it an X-Files episode, I said, fuck this movie. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, they made it an X-Files episode. That's great.
Dog, there's the X-Files episode that they actually aired it only one time, and then they took it off. They never aired it again, but it had to do with incest and all that stuff. And they kept mom on like this roller thing that under the bed, so they would pull her out, get her pregnant. Once she spits the baby out, then they put her back under the bed again, and they had like a whole family full of cannibals, and like that's all she was used for. And that's what Barbarian was. I'm like, dog, this is straight from that X-Files episode.
I had to flip a coin last year when I was making my top 10 best list because I was like, okay, which one screwed me up a little more? Was it Smile or Barbarian? All right, get in the quarter for this one. Barbarian. Okay.
Well, I was going to ask Ryan, have you seen Transformers: Rise of the Beasts?
Nah, man, I'm done on those films. I'm not even interested. I already know what happens, so I just heard about the spoilers, so no big deal.
Unicron doesn't do shit.
You can spoil away.
Yeah. Well, okay. That I was mad about. I'm like, damn, they really didn't utilize Unicron, but there's a sequel, so I'm guessing what they did in the '87 movie, they're gonna do with the sequel and make Unicron like Galactus.
I probably would not have minded Unicron being in this movie if he was like a Thanos level like teaser at the end of the movie. Why did they just throw that out there at the beginning? Like, dude, you could have spent the entire movie with the Terracons talking about this secret dark master that they're worshiping. And then at the end of the movie, drop that bombshell in the audience's lap and everybody go, oh, this is where we're going.
Yeah.
That would have been awesome. But nah.
No, I get it. Look, I'm not saying it's not a great movie. I'm not even gonna say it's a really good movie. I guess it's kind of a guilty pleasure for me because I grew up playing with the toys and stuff. So
I watched
the Beast Wars cartoon. So I just have a soft spot in my heart for that franchise.
How you feel about this movie is how I feel about the first 3 Bay films. Just because I grew up with those movies. Then Age of Extinction hit, and I was like, yeah, this is bullshit.
Yeah, Dark of the Moon was like the last really good Transformers flick. Then it was like all downhill from there.
Bumblebee at least came out of left field and restored my faith a bit.
Yeah, I like Bumblebee. Yeah. Jamie and Jason, have you guys seen the Transformers movies?
I think the last one that I did watch was Bumblebee. Is there more after that, apart from the new one?
Well, this is the follow-up to Bumblebee.
Yeah.
This is the follow-up?
Right.
Yes. So, no, that's the last thing I watched. And I liked it.
I like Bumblebee.
Well, without spoilers, Rashad.
What's up?
Bumblebee, man. If you love Bumblebee, you're going to get plenty of them in this movie.
Yes.
I don't think I'm even going to watch. I'm like, I'll wait till it comes out.
He does have a moment. Yes, Bumblebee has a moment where you're going to be like, fuck yeah.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah.
I'll not say too much. I don't want to ruin it for Jamie if she watches it, so we'll keep it that way.
Yeah.
Oh,
we've got Del Boy saying, we are all broke, and cinemas hate you taking your own food and drinking while watching the movie. Did you do this anyway? And what's the weirdest food and drink you've taken in and gotten away with?
A full 2 liter of root beer.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know if that's weird. We don't have that in England, but okay. Rashad was like, what sandwich was that you had, Rashad?
It was one of those foot-long Walmart sandwiches that you buy, in Walmart. Just it's in the plastic wrap. It was like a club, like roast beef, turkey, and ham, with some molded lettuce on it. It was good though. I enjoyed it. It's a good sandwich. But that's not the weirdest thing I ever know. The weirdest thing I think, well, not even so much weird, but I did smuggle some McDonald's in there before. We stopped by Mickey D's. We loaded up on McDoubles and small fries, and we smuggled it in at the time, my ex-wife's, my wife, in her Michael Kors purse because she had one of the big-ass purses, and we just stuck all that shit in there.
Do you know, that's why I gave up on that shit. I do not carry that around because I am just the handbag for everybody else. They're like, here, hold my keys. Here, hold my doll. Here, hold my sandwich. Like, no, get your own handbag.
But she benefited from it. Look, she tore some McDoubles up too. Now we used the bag, but she ate that shit.
You guys are going to get a kick out of this. I remember when Twilight was still at the height of its popularity. I think I think that this was either Eclipse or Breaking Dawn Part 1. I went and saw both of them with my mom, but I could have swore during one of those times she snuck in a foot long from Subway because she was like, I'm not buying concessions. So yeah, we're watching Twilight breaking cervix and she's eating a Subway sandwich.
Nice.
Listen, that's how you gotta do it, man.
I love how your ex-wife though got a free McDouble out of the whole deal.
Yeah, she had 2 of them. We got 2 apiece. 2 McDoubles and 2 small fries.
Wow.
Only thing
bringing that big bag then.
Yeah.
If I sneak food in, it's probably mostly during the winter and the fall because I can wear a coat and kind of get away with it. But during the summer and spring when it's hot and, you know, I'm wearing just a t-shirt and jean shorts, it's kind of hard to sneak anything in.
Yeah.
If I'm going to, I'd have to get very creative.
Are they
What
really
you do is
strict
like,
on
if
you
you take a
guys?
sandwich, you just not just stick it down your pants and make sure you wear a belt extra tight so you can hold the sandwich in place.
Nobody wants sweaty ball sandwich. Fucking hell.
It's not gonna be on there for long. It's only gonna be like maybe a couple of minutes.
Wow.
All right.
Sir, what is that in your pants? Do you want a lawsuit?
Is that a sandwich? Are you happy to see me?
Oh man. Well, Ryan, what's the weirdest food or drink you've ever snuck into cinema?
Nowadays, I don't really sneak anything in. I pretty much just bring like a big thing of water because I'm always worried I'll be thirsty. Because I drink a lot of water, so I usually bring in like water with me. And then like in the past, I've done like what Rashad's done. I've done like McDonald's and stuff. You know, because like back in those days, I was like working in retail and stuff, and you're broke, so you can't be affording $10, you know, nachos and all that other stuff. So I used to sneak that in, but when I worked at a movie theater, one of the more popular items that people like to sneak in was Chinese food, which is, you know, that's kind of overboard in my opinion, because that's like almost like there's like a golden rule that like when you go to work and, you know, you bring lunch, you don't heat up fish in the microwave. That's kind of like in the movie theater. You shouldn't bring Chinese food into
Yeah. I've never
So-
heard that
That's
one
such a
before.
strange
That's
thing.
interesting.
Wow.
Wow, Chinese.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And I mean, like, I think like Jamie was asking this before, but because obviously we're not in America, is it? Jamie, did you ask if it was like hard to like sneak stuff in the cinemas there?
Yeah, like do they come and check or something? Like, are they very strict on that? Because here, like as I told you, like people can literally just walk into the cinema. Like it's really open spaced, and the one specifically that we go to is called Gold Class. So you sit there, and the point is for you to buy beer and buy like proper food, like Chinese or whatnot, you know. So it's sort of like a restaurant. So that's a bit different to the normal one. But the normal one that we go to, like I took Chelsea the other day, and I mean, to be fair, it was in my bag, but like I had a whole lunchbox in there. You know what I mean? Like what I would pack for my kid, like strawberries, sandwich, chips, whatever else. And it was like a proper whole lunchbox. So nobody ever hit me up and was like, "Oh, what's in your bag?" Or, you know, like that. I've never seen any. Maybe if you took in McDonald's, they'd probably say, you know, what's the go? But I have taken McDonald's as well, and they still haven't asked to check. So how strict are they, I guess?
I would say for like when I was working at the theater, we did have to check bags and stuff. But like since COVID has hit, I don't see any theaters checking any bags. I go to different theaters all the time. I mean,
That's
people
the
bring in
first
book
time.
bags, but I don't feel like a lot of people do it that much, because I feel like a lot of people, they're not going to the theater as much as they used to, I feel like, anyway.
Yeah, so they
Because-
don't want to push them away. Hey.
Right. And like, I don't know, maybe it's just the times I go, but rarely do I have a lot of people in any showings that I go to. So, I mean, I never see anybody bringing backpacks or anything, but I don't know. I mean, I'm sure some people still try to do it, but like I said, no one's really strict on checking it. So at least the theaters I go to.
Right.
See, Rashad, you don't need to put it down your pants. You're fine. Just walk in. Save yourself the hassle.
Well, I don't do it anymore. I'm just saying when I used to smuggling food, I would, you know, if I had to wear shorts, to just stick it down your pants and put a belt on to, you know, keep it in place so it doesn't slide down your leg. You know what I mean? You okay, Mike? What's wrong, man?
Dude, you were
I just
sweating,
imagine-
man.
Like, Mike.
I just imagine putting the belt on and being like, right, I best get in the right buckle loop here. Otherwise,
Yeah.
Mayonnaise come flying out of the sandwich.
I've done that before.
Wow, you must be really happy to see me, Rashad.
Shit, I worked at a statute of limitations. I worked at a school cafeteria one time, and I was looking kind of crazy. I didn't really have anything to eat at the house, so I said, I'm gonna make me a burger today, but I'm not gonna go to the store and get it. So I took a couple of patties, wrapped them up in paper towel, stuck it in my pants, took a bun, stuck it in the other side. I took some bacon and an egg, wrapped it up, stuck it in my sock.
Wow.
Oh my God, Rashad.
Yeah. So I mean, I was walking on kind of wide-legged, but you really couldn't tell my pants were big.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's
Took it
got
home
a
and made me a
DIY
burger.
sandwich in his closet.
Professional food smuggler.
I know, right?
Oh,
Damn.
yeah, it's so hood. I love it. It's so funny.
Yeah. I haven't got caught yet. Well, no, actually, I did get caught one time. I did get caught stealing a chicken sandwich because it actually fell out my damn pants. And my manager was right there. And she saw it. So it was funny. It was a funny situation because she saw the chicken sandwich fall. I saw her saw me, but then I just kept walking like nothing happened. Then the next day, Rashad, can I talk to you for a minute? I just want to let you know if you're caught stealing anything out the kitchen, that's automatic termination. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I understand. Really? Okay, got you. I'm just letting you know, because I know people steal things around here sometimes. I said, yeah, so they do take things sometimes, don't they?
Yeah. They take
I've heard of that.
They take that stuff seriously. I had an aunt that used to work at a McDonald's, and I guess she hadn't eaten that morning, but she worked in the back where they prepped sandwiches and all that. And I guess it was still breakfast time, but she said she had slipped like a piece of bacon into her mouth when nobody was looking, but I guess they caught it on camera and they threatened to literally fire her. Like, can you imagine getting fired?
Wow.
Over a piece of bacon?
Well, no. Well, here's the thing, though.
That's
So where I worked at, as long as it's in the kitchen, you can eat it. So as long as you're on the clock in the kitchen around the food, you can stuff your mouth with whatever you want. But once you step outside, nothing leaves the kitchen. So you can eat it if it's inside. Once you take it outside, your ass is grass. I'm cursing from the baby. I'm sorry.
Hey, there's a kid now.
She's had worse from me, Rashad. She just woke up. She's ready to go back to bed. Plus, I don't think she really wants to hear about people shoving sandwiches in their pants. She'll be like, I never want to eat a sandwich again. I'll be like, come on, eat your lunch, eat your sandwich. No, remember that one time when Rashad said.
Trust me. I've grossed my son out so many times and I feel bad. But my son he's like a germaphobe, so even belching grosses him out. So he'll be sitting there eating, and I'll be like, Herb. He'll say, well, you got a burp on eat my food. I'm like, boy, it's just a burp. Shit. I mean, it's shucks, man. Stop it.
Look at her. She looks so tired.
Yeah.
Like I've always said, if God somehow graces me with kids one day, I would like a daughter. I'm just putting that out there.
They're perfect. She's
Careful
perfect.
what you ask for. Careful what you ask for.
What do you mean by that?
All right, because you fuck around and be like me, where you have a little girl that looks just like you, that is your exact twin, and has a lot of your ways, but then gets on your damn nerves because she acts a lot like you.
Because it likes like you.
Yes.
When she starts screaming at you, you just gotta scream louder.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that, Nate. It doesn't work like that.
Especially in the teen years.
I know.
In the teen years, it's oh god, them teens Jamie, get ready. Them teens, it's like overnight. Your daughter's gonna go from the sweet
I've got it,
Rashad. Gonna be like,
I've got it, and
Dad,
I'm prepared for it. I'm
be like, Dad,
prepared.
she'd be like, Dad, I hate you. What the hell did I do?
Yeah. I'm telling you, man. At one time, she was my little road dog, and now I'm like, who are you? So, but then she gets mad because I baby the 7-year-old. So she's like, you like him more than you like me? I said, oh, shut up, shit. He's the youngest. Of course, he's gonna get more attention.
So wait a minute. She's like Robin Williams' daughter in RV.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
RV.
Or if you've seen Boys in the Hood, she says that I treated her like Doughboy and the little brother.
Girls seem to get. Sorry, Mike.
With this comment, how did you stick an egg in your sock? Was it hard-boiled egg?
I stick an egg in my sock? Yeah, well, it was just one of the small eggs. Like, it wasn't like the large, it was like the medium one. Yeah, just stick it because I had the tube sock, so I stuck it right in the tube sock. Huh?
Did not crack when you started walking?
Hell no, man.
see-
Listen, I'm a pro at this. What you talking about?
You see, this is the kind of shit that makes me go, man, if I was hanging out with Rashad, I'd definitely go to the theater with this man. I want to see what kind of antics he gets into today. Like, what kind of buffoonery is this man going to be doing today?
Until you start seeing him clench his butt cheeks, Nate, and you're like, fuck, I'm out.
Oh, my God. No, I'm actually very fun to go to the movies with, man. I won't embarrass you at all, I promise.
And then he's got eggs in his socks. He's going to take a little portable stove. They have a pan next.
I was gonna say,
Whatever you do, don't sneak food into a 4D experience. That's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Rashad will still cook the egg doing 4DX.
Right.
Yeah.
I just picture teppanyaki Rashad whipping up something for Nate.
Look, the hardest part about it was because the beef patties were frozen, so I had to take the frozen beef patties and stick them down my pants. So
Frozen.
it was a little uncomfortable.
Frozen.
Well, Rashad, that's the way to defrost them, I guess.
What? Oh, that's disgusting.
What you mean it's disgusting? I mean, because once you take it out, you cook it. You know, all the germs and stuff cooks
With
out of it.
what?
is that how it works?
How are you cooking in that theater, Rashad?
Oh no. Okay, all right, okay. I've never. Okay, not inside the theater. I'm saying when I left work, I took the stuff home. I smoked it at home, not in the theater.
Okay. I'm so confused. I was like, wait a minute. Why is this man sneaking in frozen patties to a movie theater?
No.
Oh my
I smuggled it. No, I smuggled it home. Now in the theater, yes, I've smuggled sandwiches and McDoubles and water bottles, a banana.
Yeah.
This man snuck in a whole Gordon Ramsay's cookbook with him. And
Oh, what a laugh.
Probably.
he pulls it out of his pant leg and he's like, "It's fucking raw."
Mike. Okay, Mike, you've been to the movies with me before. All right, come on, tell me. I'm cool, right? I'm cool.
I wondered why there was eggs in your sock.
Huh?
Oh, God.
I said I wondered why there was eggs in your sock that time.
Sock, man.
He's always wanted to ask.
Like, what is that? Oh, got an egg in his sock.
I'm so sorry about the misunderstanding. I don't know where my mind was going with that. I was like, wait a minute. There's something about that doesn't seem right. Surely he can't be
bringing frozen patties in the damn movie.
He was like Terry Crews in The Longest Yard. He's just pulling out.
Nah. I'm not that bad. Mike sat right next to me when we saw Pearl, and Mike can tell you, man, I was cool as a cucumber.
Yeah, with that George Foreman for them patties. Yeah.
Well, I would expect Mike to seriously question what he's doing if you pulled frozen patties out of your pants.
Yeah.
I'd be like, this guy's into some weird snacks.
Well, you know what? They do have a microwave up front, so I can be like, hey, man, this burger's cold, man. Can you microwave it for me? And y'all serve me a cold damn burger, man. Heat this shit up.
It's got lit and a bunch of other stuff.
He's like, what's that short curly stuff on it? Don't worry about it, man. Just heat it up.
Sir, that looks like pubes right there. No, it's not. Just fry it up real quick.
Yeah, man.
Boy, this one up rails.
Oh, good.
Oh, God.
We have gone so far off track, guys.
Off and everything.
That's probably the biggest laugh I've ever had.
Not today.
My eyes are black from crying. You guys, that's enough. No more.
Sorry.
I'm so sorry.
We are terrible. We should be talking about movies. We're talking about Rashad and his.
I I don't know how we though. How do we get here?
How did we go so far, guys?
It was a series of unfortunate events that led
here?
us here.
Yeah, how are we supposed to be talking about like dystopian movies and shit?
Yeah.
We talking about eggs on socks.
Hold on. All seriousness now. No. Speaking of dystopian movies, I keep seeing a trailer. Every time I go to the theater, there's a trailer for a movie I keep seeing. It looks like they're in the future and it has to do with cyborgs, something like that. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Yes. Dude, that actually looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, what is it called?
The Creator.
The Creator.
Oh, never heard of it.
It looks like it takes place in a dystopian future where AI has kind of like taken over.
Yeah.
Yeah. It actually looks pretty decent. I keep seeing ads for it every time I've gone to the theater. I'm like, man, when is this coming out? Like, it's actually it's pretty cool.
The last week of September it comes out, Nate.
Okay. Nice. Something to look forward to.
Okay, now that sounds interesting. I want to see that.
Yeah, it's got what's his name? Damn. Didn't he play Black Manta in Aquaman?
Oh, I think his name is Yahya Abdul-Mateen, I think. Something like that.
Or am I thinking of somebody different? I can
tell you who's in it.
Yeah, it's Black Manta. That's Yahya Abdul-Mateen. I think that's how you say his name.
Abdul-Mateen II. Yeah, I think.
Okay, yeah. Good actor. Very good actor.
Very great. Very underrated. He definitely needs more work.
No, it's John David Washington you're thinking of. He was in Tenet.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, and then Gemma Chan is in it as well.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. Who knows? Oppenheimer might turn into a dystopian movie. Christopher Nolan's about to nuke the entire theater. Can you imagine seeing Oppenheimer in 4D? Oh man,
that'd be crazy.
That would probably be a fun experience.
Yeah.
Wow.
You walk out of the theater and your face is actually like just melted off of your skeleton. Like, that movie was awesome.
Rashad will just have eggs in his shoes.
Fried or scrambled? That's the question.
Boiled, man. You gotta boil them.
Boiled.
Boiled a little bit of salt, you know.
Oh man. Oh shit. Since I brought up movies coming out recently, Cobweb. Has anyone seen a trailer for Cobweb?
I've heard of that.
Never heard of it.
It looks like a horror film.
Never heard of it.
It's got
what's the one where they bring in Dracula in the ship? Which one is that?
Oh, The Voyage of Demeter.
Yeah. That's one I want to see.
Yeah. Well, the Cobweb has it's got Anthony Starr in it. He plays Homelander. He's I guess he's the main villain of it. It looks like some supernatural psychological thriller.
Yeah.
Creature feature, I guess. I don't know. The it's got one of those trailers that are so vague that it's almost impossible to pinpoint what the movie's about.
I love that though, because I think trailers give away way too much, man. That's why I don't like trailers. I don't like watching trailers because when you go to see the movie, you're like, damn, everything in the trailer's in the movie.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, it was like that with the new Barbie. So like the first trailer movie.
Awesome.
And then I don't know.
Where'd you go?
I was just talking away. I don't know. I was just saying it was like that for Barbie. Like the first trailer showed nothing, and this brand new trailer shows like everything that happens in it. So like purposely avoided it. Really.
Yeah, you get a lot of it. Yeah.
Right.
Since adding in as well, she's in there. My daughter was more of a handful than my son when she was younger.
Yeah, I think once they get to their teenage years, they're a handful for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I can imagine.
I
They're
definitely
crying all the time. They're boy trouble. It's
boy trouble.
All that stuff. Yeah.
You know. A Marvel fan said he went into the cinema and said, sadly, no posters, but when it got into the Galaxy 3 ones as well. Oh, sorry that you didn't get it, man. That's a shame. Hopefully you'll be able to.
I think the last free poster I got, you can't see it, but it's one for Creed 3.
Yeah, I got a poster for Creed 3. Yeah,
I have Top Gun Maverick. I got
I got
Spider-Verse too. I got a poster for Spider-Verse also.
Okay.
I got a Maverick poster. I got Wakanda Forever, Love and Thunder, and Multiverse of Madness back there. Anytime they hand out a free poster, I'm like, oh, cool, free poster.
I got
Doesn't matter if the movie's shit. I got a poster.
Ryan, do you get any movie posters?
So when I used to work at the movie theater, I used to get them all the time. And my movie theater up the street, I used to know a lot of employees there. So they used to just give me the keys and I can go back there and grab what I want. But I don't know anybody that works there anymore. Everybody quit. So I don't have that luxury as much. They sometimes, it's rare, but sometimes they'll put out posters for free for everybody to grab. So if they do that, I'll grab something. But lately I haven't grabbed anything. They haven't put anything out. They've had like a few things, but it's just kind of a random time when they do it. So
what would you say was your last poster you got?
Oh man. Probably like the Northman last year.
You got a poster for the Northman?
Yeah, I got that hung up in my
Lucky
garage.
bitch.
I got that one. I got both Sonics. I got both. I got Godzilla versus Kong.
Oh, that's cool.
And I got Last Night in Soho.
Oh wow!
So I got quite a bit. A decent.
Damn! Now I need a poster for the Northman in my life. Damn.
There is a site, Nate, that you can use. I don't know how much it's going for because they all like go for different prices. But there's a site called movieposters.com, and they have the full theatrical ones on that website. So some of them are really expensive. Some of them are like decent price. Like if you want like Star Wars or something, it's expensive.
Right.
I'll check it. I'll check it out. See what they got.
So this trench coat says, well, if the world turned into an ass crack and people had to live in it, it would be a dystopian future. So still on topic.
The backstory to that would be Rashad was holding in that fart for too long, and when he finally let it out, the universe just got sucked into a singularity.
You can't hold it in, bro. If you hold it in, you'll implode. Don't ever do that.
It was like
let it out. Let it out.
It was like that submarine when they went to try to find the Titanic.
Straight up.
Very tragic, by the way. I definitely have not been making fun of that on Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh man, the internet's so savage, isn't it? I mean, the internet
Dude,
don't give a damn.
I saw one the other day. If you go on my Facebook, you could probably find it. But it's the scene from Spider-Man 3 where Black Suit Spider-Man jumps on the water container and he starts pulling on the mail, and the bolts are going pew, 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 and Sandman's just like, but Sandman's inside the submarine and he pulls the thing out.
They're just savage, man.
Oh, dude, the internet is ruthless, man.
Yeah,
I saw
that just goes to show if any of us die tragically, the internet will make fun of us.
I saw another.
Right.
Speaking of Transformers, I saw another one the other. Sorry, what?
I was just going to move on to the next question, dude. I've got quite a few to get through before we finish. But so Trenchco says, speaking of video game film adaptations, what's your guys' favorite and which one is the worst?
Video game adaptations.
That's a good question. I still say the best one is Mortal Kombat from 1995. Followed by the worst one, which is Street Fighter, also from the 90s.
That's the problem. They've been a lot of bombs in the video game adaptations. It depends if you're talking about like Super Mario Brothers. If that's an adaptation, that'd be the best. There's so many bad ones.
Probably that, or maybe like The Last of Us recently as well. I know it wasn't a film; it was more TV show, but that is an adaptation of a video game.
They wouldn't have been able to make that into a film. There's just too much going on.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably the biggest problem why video game films don't succeed. Because an average video game in the modern era is like, 12, 15, maybe 20 hours long at least. You know, you try to take a 20-hour runtime and try to condense it down into a 2-hour runtime, and it doesn't work.
That's rough.
Yeah.
Shit. I mean, I would say live action. I would probably say best. Yeah, I have to say Mortal Kombat 95, worse, Double Dragon.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah, Double Dragon.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
Mortal
now-
Kombat was terrible as well. If you want to talk about
Guilty
Street
pleasure.
Fighter 2, the Chun-Li one was terrible.
Yeah. Now, if it's my animated ones, yeah, Super Mario Brothers I'll probably put up there.
Yeah.
And Street Fighter the animated movie, if you ever seen that one, man, that was the shit. Street Fighter 2 the animated movie.
Okay,
You're
I know
welcome.
this wasn't a film either, but just to go into the spirit of good ones, like Mike was talking about, I'll say the Castlevania Netflix series. I really like that.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. I like it.
Ow.
Yeah, I thought
Jay?
Uncharted was such a missed opportunity for a really good game with a good story. And I think it's just down to bad casting. I think just ruined that movie for me.
No, I get you.
Yep.
Jamie, do you have any?
No, I would have went with Mario as well because I really enjoyed that movie. Yeah, most of my video games that I play haven't been made into anything. Like I really like Subnautica, and that hasn't been made into a game. And obviously they tried with the Walking Dead stuff, like but they made the games off that, didn't they? But anyway, they all flopped anyway.
Right.
Yeah, I can't think of what. I mean, I've never watched this one, but people talk a lot about Uncharted and say that that's really bad. Is that one? I've never watched it. The Tom Holland one.
Yeah,
I didn't hate it, but it's certainly not the best thing
Not
I've
good.
ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
just doesn't capture Nathan Drake for me. I don't know.
No, the biggest problem with that movie is the movie keeps trying to convince you that you're looking at Sully and Nathan Drake.
Yeah,
But you're looking at the whole thing and you're like, I feel like I'm looking at Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg. Like that's it. Like the movie does not make any attempt to really make them feel like the characters from the game. When you look at them, you're just like, oh, it's Mark Wahlberg and Tom Holland doing stuff that Nathan Drake and Sully would normally do.
Yeah, I'd say so. Ryan, have you got any?
Not that I can really think of. I mean, I really like the Sonic movies. I don't really play a lot of video games, so I couldn't even tell you like some of the old ones. I mean, I haven't watched like the old Mortal Kombat and stuff like that. I haven't watched any of that stuff, so I don't know. It's probably Sonic, I guess.
Speaking of Mortal Kombat, I'm gonna be dropping $70 day one for Mortal Kombat 1. Woo!
The trailer looked really brutal, huh?
I've been playing a lot of Mortal Kombat 11 in preparation for it. I cannot wait.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Me and Rashad might be the only ones that were playing the originals back in the day.
I was about to say I stopped at like 3.
Yeah, I remember getting the first one on Super Nintendo, and that was a big deal back in the 90s.
My first Mortal.
Remember the Super Nintendo version? There was no blood in it. Like
There's no blood.
Spray. Yeah.
My first Mortal Kombat game was the reboot in 2011. I've been playing them ever since.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, me and Rashad were old school. We played the originals back.
Yeah, we're old heads, man.
Oh, I get it. Definitely beyond. Definitely before my time.
Rub it in, why don't you?
Yeah.
All right. It created the ESRB. How's that for old?
Who did the what now?
You would not have a rating system without Mortal Kombat.
Oh, true.
Like the reason why every game you pick up says rated M on it is because of Mortal Kombat.
Facts. Yeah, I forgot that. Yep. That's true.
Yeah, I remember getting Mortal Kombat. My mom being horrified, like, "Why did I buy this for you? It's so violent." I'm like, "Mom, it's called Mortal Kombat. What do you think it was about?" You know.
Well, that's why I love the Sega Genesis over Super Nintendo, because Sega Genesis was like they had the full bloody version. Super Nintendo was more kid friendly, so there was like no blood at all.
Oh, Mortal Kombat Armageddon. I feel like I need to go back and play those. Like, I never played Deception, Deadly Alliance, or Armageddon, but I feel like I need to.
Yeah, so there's a lot of those games. I know the new one as well is coming out. So I was Trench Coast in Armageddon's favorite. Since I hadn't seen Cobweb looks interesting. awesome. I've not seen a trailer. When you say about daughter before, I said about younger. I'm referring to younger than teen. They were both good teens. I thought, Jamie, you might have a good teen on your hand after all.
I won't. She's gonna be like me. She's got her dad's beautiful looks, but her personality is me. She's this sassy little queen, man.
Isn't that crazy when you see yourself and your kids? You're like, because you're like, you want to get mad, be like, damn, she acting just like me right now,
right? And like sometimes she'll crack a good funny, and I'm like, ah, that a girl. I am in there. I am in there somewhere. Nah, she's got chewed for sure. So good luck when she's 15. Oof, God help me.
I just want a daughter so I can dress her up like Padme or Leia for every Halloween.
Oh shit! One Halloween, I dressed my daughter up as Gene Simmons from Kiss. I did the makeup and everything.
She's getting the attitude now where she has a say in things. Like before, when she was a baby, like the first year she was born, she was mini Negan. So like I literally made her the cutest little bat. She got a leather jacket. It was freaking gorgeous. I mean, maybe a bit brutal to put a baby as like this psychopath, but she looks so stunning.
I bet you were a delight at a costume party. Everybody was like, "What the fuck is up with that baby?"
I'm fun. Okay, I'm fun.
Hey, baby, swing the bat like this. Swing the bat like this.
It brings a whole new meaning to his line of do we have our shitting pants on? Are we pissing our pants yet? Because that's literally what this baby doing. But nah, I'm fun at parties, Nate. Shut up. Dress up's a fun, okay?
I know.
Anyway.
We've got Marvel fans saying, I saw Bloodsport for the first time. I enjoyed it.
Classic.
Great. Awesome.
Classic Van Damme.
Yet to see that one, but I've heard great
Nathan, forget about Street Fighter. Just watch everything from No Retreat, No Surrender all the way up until A Hard Target.
Yeah.
And then we got Solar's Trenchcoat while adding to this saying, I've just started diving into Van Damme. I'm enjoying him in Cyborg, Death Warrant, and Universal Soldier.
Yeah.
He strikes me as one of those dudes that just does whatever the hell he wants and he doesn't care what anybody thinks.
Yeah, that was Van Damme. That's the aura he had. Van Damme was like, one time, like, there was a point where he was bigger than Sly and Arnold, man. Like, Van Damme was the guy.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, man.
And while Stallone and Schwarzenegger have been doing like Terminator and Rockies, Van Damme's just been advertising Coors beer. Doing
the splits.
Yeah. I mean, and when Universal Soldier came out, that was a big deal because Dolph Lundgren, he was like, I guess, a B action star as well. So it was like Dolph Lundgren versus Van Damme, the ultimate showdown. Like I couldn't wait to see that when it dropped that summer.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
They even had like a press junction where they like staged a fight where they were acting like they were like they really was beefing. And as a kid, I bought it. I was like, oh my god! I said they're really about to fight. Like they don't like each other for real. It was like a wrestling promo, And I fell for it. I couldn't wait to see it. Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. I mean, Rashad, it sounds like you can talk Van Damme all day though. To be honest, and Stallone and Schwarzenegger as well.
I'm saying, Mike, those are next, Mike. Okay, when we get done with the Van Damme and Schwarzenegger joints, we're jumping right into Van Damme and them splits. All right, so get ready.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. The viewer Drew says, here is a huge question. What movie do you think will dominate the month of July?
Oh, Dead Reckoning. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
James and Barbie.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah.
The real bomb is Barbie, babies.
Don't bet
Jamie. I think Barbie's going to just how long the toy line's been out for as well. And this movie's like going to appeal to a lot of people.
You're going up against Tom Cruise though. No.
Yeah, Tom Cruise though.
Watch us.
See, I don't know. I get what you guys say about Tom Cruise, right? And I'm going to go definitely see Mission Impossible. I'm excited for it. But like, people might be thinking, well, I've not seen the other 6 Mission Impossible movies, whereas Barbie's like a solo movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Barbie, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, but then again, when I saw Fallout, I didn't see any of the Mission Impossible movies. I think besides Part 2. So I was totally like in the dark with a lot of stuff, but the trailer sold me. You know, just the whole premise of the movie sold me. So I went and saw it and blew me away. So now I want to see all of them. So this one might make some new fans like Fallout did for me.
Right.
Yeah, I think
But
so.
Barbie's definitely an underdog. Like I don't expect Barbie to beat Tom Cruise. If it happens, like congrats. But I don't see it happening.
I
have a better chance of getting my hairline back.
Nah, I think you underestimate how many mums there are, 21-year-olds like myself, who love Barbie and want to go out and have a mum, like a girls' night out. And that's just the female side of the audience. Let's then talk about the people, for example, my husband, for example, one of my best friends, who are literally going to see Margot Robbie in every stunning outfit you can imagine. Like, there's a whole audience there that Tom Cruise ain't got nothing, mate. Nothing. Sorry, I'm just getting really defensive here. I'm gonna back off a bit.
No, I
seriously, I do think it's gonna shine at the box office.
I do as well, Jimmy. I think it's gonna hit $1 billion easy. I think.
What's gonna hit $1 billion?
Barbie. I'm telling you. You got to think.
You heard it here first, folks.
Like the thing is, I might be wrong, Rashad, but like how long the toy line itself has been out for. Like how many?
You don't understand how long we've waited for something like that. Yeah.
Really?
And there was a meme the other, or not a meme, but like someone made a thing saying that they've got like 33 Barbie movies in the works, like to come after this. And I was like, oh, shut up and take my money. Like this is going to be our Halloween. This is going to be our Amityville, however many are there, like 76 or whatever continues on. This is going to be Barbie for me. And I love it. Keep going. Okay. Never stop. Take all the money you want. I'll give it to you.
Listen, I'm not one to piss on nobody's cornflakes, man. So look, if Barbie does good, God bless him.
Right.
It does it for me, and that's what matters, Rashad.
Amen.
I've seen every single Mission Impossible movie in the movie theater. I don't know if I might be the only one here that's done that. Back in '96, I think when the first one came out, and that was so exciting back in the day. And Tom Cruise, I don't know, he's just still killing it at 60 years old.
I mean, he definitely is.
Nobody thought Top Gun Maverick was going to make that much money, and it blew everybody away. I mean, that was a total surprise last year.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I guess I'm thinking that Tom Cruise is going to ride off that Top Gun Maverick money, and people are going to be like, man, I want to see Tom Cruise again. That's what I guess I'm banking on.
Well, I heard
he makes some great movies. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say I heard that Oppenheimer is supposed to have more IMAX screens or something compared to Mission Impossible. So I don't know if that's gonna affect.
Yeah, Tom Cruise is upset about that.
Yeah.
I heard. I already went ape shit.
Yeah.
And that's the last thing you want is Tom Cruise going ape shit on you, because for a small guy, he's scary when he gets mad. Did you see when he went off on his crew when somebody, I guess they wasn't following the COVID protocol, and he snapped on him.
Went off on him. Yeah.
Wow. If I catch anybody not wearing your mask, you're fucking gone. I said, oh shit.
Wow.
I didn't know Tom had it in him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't remember who was telling me, but I'm sure she was on one of these streams where one of the stunt coordinators, like they were like, yeah, we're not going to do that. And Tom Cruise was like, right, you're
fired. You're fired.
You're gone. Get somebody else in here that will.
Yeah, I think it was you, Jace, that was telling us that. Hey,
it was someone
about him doing his own stunts or something. Yeah, and they wouldn't.
He's a scary dude.
Yeah. I've always known he's a little nuts. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
He's a little nuts.
Well, he was nuts in a different way. Like when he jumped on Oprah's couch, you know, when he did that shit, I was like, okay, he ain't there all the way. But when I seen him snap, I said, oh yeah, Tom a little crazy.
You gotta be a little crazy to at least attempt half of the stuff that he does. Like, come on.
Yeah.
This man held onto the side of a plane as it was flying. Like, come on.
Yeah.
It's true.
If I was in a bar fight, I want him next to me.
Right.
Because Tom is crazy.
Nah, I want Henry Cavill. The way that man cocked his wrists like guns, dude. Yeah, I want that man with me in a bar fight.
Nah, dog, let me tell you something. I rewatched Fallout today because I'm supposed to collab with Jacob, right? So I had to watch Fallout. And I noticed that Henry Cavill was kind of a clown in that movie. He got his ass kicked the whole... Henry Cavill didn't win not one fight in that movie. I mean, yeah, he was cool with the whole arm cocking thing, but he got his ass whipped in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Okay, damn, I'm going to spoilers. But he lost every fight. Okay, he's that guy that looks tough. He appears tough, and next thing you know, he's on the ground, knocked the fuck out. That was his character in that movie.
So pretty much everybody that lives in my county.
I guess so.
I got a lot of tough guys out here where I live.
Yeah.
If they look like Henry Cavill, then I need to come to your county. Right? If they all look like that, then okay. I'll see you there soon.
Jamie, behave.
Yeah. Sorry, friends. It's getting late in the day. I'm waking up a bit now.
I think I just saw her drooling right there.
Yeah.
Oh no. Now they look like a bunch of Jeffrey Dean Morgans. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry.
Yeah, even better. I'll get my daughter dressed right now. Come on, we're leaving. Sorry, Mike.
It's all good. It's all good. Well, with that, we're actually wrapping up with the stream. So first, I just want to thank Jamie, Jason, Nate, Rashad, and Ryan for joining me for this last part. Very quickly before we sign out, Jamie, what have you got coming up on your channel?
Yeah, over on my channel, you can find me at In the Front Row YT. I have been covering the Walking Dead spin-off Dead City, so I cover that every week. And then every Friday night for Americans and UK, actually, we've been doing a Secret Invasion panel. So we've been discussing each week what happens on Secret Invasion as well. And then here and there, a few movies that I've been watching. Like I watched Elemental. Sisu is the next one that I've got to put my review up for. Yeah, so that's coming up. And then obviously Barbie when I'm allowed. So, yep, look forward to that.
Awesome. Well, I've got some awesome stuff there, Jamie. So definitely go check her out and the live streams of Secret Invasion as well, breaking down each episode. Links down below in the description. Ryan, what have you got coming up?
I'm going to be reviewing Insidious. I have a Shudder screening right now, and I may do like some shorts. Not too much coming up, but just a few things.
Yeah, I get you, man. And I know you guys get Insidious like today. I think we get it tomorrow in the UK, so you guys get it a little bit earlier. But yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome, man. Definitely go check out Ryan's channel, RWR Movie Reviews. Rashad, what have you got coming up?
Same thing. Going to see Insidious tomorrow, so I'll be having that review out tomorrow. And I'm going to see Reckoning Monday, so I'm gonna be having that review out either that night or the next day. And yeah, really have been not a lot to talk about lately, man. So my channel's been kind of quiet. I was gonna review that show called I Am a Virgo. If you've heard of that one, it's like some weird superhero type deal, and the show is so weird. I stopped it mid-season and said I can't watch this shit. So I had to take that review and scrap it. I couldn't do it, man. It was too out there. Yeah. So yeah, Insidious, Reckoning. And maybe I'll get drunk and think of something else to talk about and get on camera. But other than that, I ain't got shit coming up.
He's going to see Barbie.
Yeah. He's been playing us the whole time, acting like this big, cool, tough guy. Yeah, Mission Impossible. Dude, next minute, we see him in his Ken clothes.
I don't claim to be a tough guy. I'm not a tough guy.
Rashad's like, who would I get to play me? Oh, I know, Ryan Gosling.
I mean, The Rock.
Ryan Gosling. Shit, Ryan Gosling in blackface acting like Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder.
I'm the guy that's as fast as another dude.
What do you mean, you people?
That word has held us back for 300 years. Dude.
Robert
Downey Jr., the only man in Hollywood to ever get away with blackface.
Yes. And I love it. Like, they're trying to cancel him for that. I'm like, hell no, that was brilliant.
Oh, I know. Everybody's like, dude, shut up. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
That was quality. That's like one of the funniest films I've seen, I reckon. Like, guaranteed that always gets a laugh out of you, even to this day.
Facts.
Well, keep an eye out on Rashad's channel for his Barbie review coming very shortly.
I might just surprise you. Yo, I'm going to wear a blonde wig with a bowl cut.
I'll send you a pink jacket you can wear, Rashad. I got you.
Yeah. I think just for the sake of shock value, I'm going to go watch and review it.
Do it.
Yes.
Do it.
Nice.
Do it.
Margot Robbie.
One of
Yeah,
us.
see,
Just
that's
one
the
of us.
other audience that
Margot
I'm
Robbie
talking
in a
about.
PG-13 movie that doesn't count.
You know, as someone,
Mate.
as someone who sat in a theater on Valentine's Day last year watching "Marry Me," I have no shame in going to see Barbie. Just saying, I really don't.
Attaboy.
Yeah.
Keep an eye out. Nate, what have you got coming up?
Got quite a bit coming up. I'm still trying to catch up on some stuff from June, but I've been catching up on a lot of stuff recently, dude. I still got to get my review out for Elemental, which I actually liked Elemental quite a bit. Not gonna lie. No Hard Feelings. That's another one I got to get to. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Dog Shit. I got to get to that too. And then Ruby Gillman, Teenage Kraken, very underrated. It's kind of sacrilegious that there's not a lot of people actually going to see that movie. It was pretty good. Okay. I just bought a new camera today. That should be in Wednesday, and it's like a high grade one. It's like a $1,600 camera.
Nice.
And yeah, I think this upcoming weekend I got to see Insidious and Joyride, and that's about it for me.
Bro, please tell me you're going to use that in the title of your video, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Dog Shit.
Dog Shit.
Yes.
I love that title.
I might have to.
I love
God. I think that was like a double whammy. I had Transformers a few weeks ago, and now I had this movie. I'm just like, man, y'all are trying to kill me. Like, come on.
He's just waiting for Barbie as well, so keep an eye out for that.
I guarantee I will probably enjoy Barbie a lot more than Transformers and Dial of Destiny
100%.
combined.
I'll tell you right now, you will.
I'm calling it right now.
On this channel and Rashad's down below. And Jason, finally, what have you got coming up?
Well, tomorrow I got an exclusive interview with an author of the book Suicide Rumor. Mike.
Ooh, look at this big show.
Who is it? Who is this famous author that you speak of? Oh, he's right there.
He's right here. I'm guessing I'm the first one to interview him for the book, so that's why I'm saying exclusive interview.
I look forward to it.
Yeah, should be good. I'm gonna get into the mind of Mike. How does Mike work?
There you
How does
go.
that mind work?
You'll get some dark answers tomorrow, my friend. That's what I'll say.
He's gonna deconstruct this man down to every last molecule and atom.
Wow.
So yeah, well, Jason's got that 8 o'clock tomorrow. Have you got any other videos in the works, Jason?
No, nothing but just been showing off what I bought for my birthday. That's what I've been doing lately. Because I got a lot of movies and vinyl and stuff that I've been showcasing there. But yeah.
Nice.
No,
I love it.
awesome,
He's
man.
like, do you have anything else? No, just you, Mike. You're all that matters.
That's
You're so
good.
sweet, guys.
Get that
Priority.
Well, that's tomorrow over on Jason's channel, 8 o'clock for that interview. I will plug it on my YouTube and stuff as well, so you guys can see that. But again, just thank you to everyone who is joining me right now live after the fact. Thank you to my guests. Honestly, you guys are all awesome. And we will leave you on the note of Marvel fans saying good night, guys. So, hey, man, good night. So, the stream's good. And leave you on the thought of Rashad stuffing eggs into his socks. So, good night. See you later.